Of Texarkana Game Day Baseball. We're live here on the Arkansas side today with some Arkansas High Razorback baseball. I know softball is getting ready to kick off as well, but we're going to bring you the baseball game live. First off, we're going to have a couple guests with us from the Arkansas School District. We've got Assistant Superintendent Robin Hickerson with us and Head Baseball Coach Lane Berry. We appreciate y'all for taking the time and come to talk with us for just a few minutes.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us on.
Yes. And so, Coach Berry, we'll start with you because we know you got to get back to your team. But going for your 10th conference win today, and y'all are sitting right up there in the top right now with some just a couple games left to go. So, kind of give us a preview of Lakeside today, and then what you got coming next.
Well, Lakeside's got a good squad. We went to Lakeside. It's probably been about a month ago, and it was a good battle. We beat them 5-3 at their place, so we expect a lot of the same thing.
Yeah. And so we see that they're throwing a freshman today, a lefty that's coming in. I coached him a little bit when we were up there. He's a great kid and can throw the ball pretty well. And so how have y'all done so far this year against lefties?
I think the word's out, but it's with any high school team, you don't see a ton of lefties. So
right.
If you've got one that can locate and throw strikes, then he could be your number one. And so we've seen a lot of those. Eldo threw a lefty at us to start the game and really shut us down because he could hit his spot. So we've got to take the approach of going the other way. With that ball's telling the way, we've got to go with it and go to right field and make something happen that way.
Yeah. So where exactly are y'all sitting with 9 wins in conference right now? Where are y'all sitting exactly?
We are tied for first with 2 losses. Sheridan also has 2 losses, but they have the tiebreaker over us. They beat us twice. So this game right here could be a 2-3 seed game, or if something happens to Sheridan next week, it could be we're sitting at number 1.
Yeah, still in contention to take the top spot. So that's a good feeling right now sitting where you're at. You know you're in, but just kind of figure out where you are in the pack.
Yeah, it's good, and we don't look at that seeding or who we're playing next until it's finalized. I don't want to go ahead and say, hey, let's get ready for this team. This looks like where we're going to be. So hopefully we just take care of business. The next 3 games, we need to win all 3 of them.
Yeah, and so we know we had some rain over the last couple of days here in Texarkana. How's the field? I saw you had the tarp on, and so
yeah, we were able to tarp it and in time, and then we left it on all day today just in case, and we pulled it off about 1:45 today, and so the field's in good shape. Left center's holds a little bit of water. It doesn't drain great, but it's still very playable.
Okay. All right. Well, is there anything that y'all are going to do, some new faces that you're going to have out there today, or pretty much the same lineup as normal?
Yeah, you'll see pretty much the same guys. We're going to recognize the seniors tonight, and hopefully we get a chance to get them all in, score some runs early, and give those seniors some chance to get out there and play today.
Without me putting them in front of you, can you name all of your seniors for us?
Yeah.
I know you've got a lot of them, so I don't.
Yeah, there is. I don't think we've ever had this many
Let me see.
stick with us.
I let the other guy have yours. I'm sorry.
We go Braylon Bishop, Jackson Harris, Justice Guillory, Graydon Martin, Mason McDowell, Danny McWilliams, Aiden Smith, Jackson Ty.
Look at it.
Is that 9?
That's it.
That is 9.
That's it. He's got a steel trap.
Mm-hmm.
Mind like a steel trap.
Yeah.
Yep. And so, man, what a big impact those guys have made on your baseball program. Every name that you have mentioned, I mean, those guys have done big things for you.
Yeah, it's really big that all of them have stuck through 4 years. I think Jackson Ty's the only one that just came over 2 years with us, but you usually have a group of seniors. They start out as freshmen, and it kind of thins down.
Yeah.
When you get to your senior year, you might have 3 or 4 guys left, that really want to pursue baseball in a career. These guys have stuck it out, and we've got some seniors that know their roles. And, there's a couple, but Mason McDowell is one of them. Mason does charts for us. He does whatever he can. He works hard. And then at Eldo, we needed a bunt. We needed a sack bunt. And I called his number. And I told Coach Wade the inning before, I said, hey, if we got to have a bunt here, I'm going with McDowell. He does all the right things. And those are great kids to have in your program. And the other kids just feed off of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so Braylon Bishop on the mound tonight for you. And so we look forward to seeing him one last time here before, we kind of wrap up the conference baseball season and head. Where are y'all playing the state tournament at this year?
State tournament's in Jonesboro.
Okay.
So we've got a long haul to get up there.
Yeah.
Play 3 games. Hopefully we can win all 3. And then the state finals will be in Benton at Benton High School this year.
Okay.
Coach, on a lighter note, on air the other day, Ty Wade said that you couldn't get him out. You've got a chance to defend you weren't there to defend yourself.
I know. I heard about that, but I think
Can you get him out?
I think he knows the answer to that.
Look, Coach has got a little gray coming in his beard. But
don't let that fool you.
But taking back a few years where they're the same age, and Ty may not be talking as much trash.
No, not at all.
And so, Ms. Hickerson, we appreciate you, of course, for coming on a couple times with us this season so far and taking time out of your day to come on with us today.
Sure, I'm glad to be here. I want to take a moment to congratulate Coach on all of his success this year, and we're super proud of this team and these 9 seniors. We are excited to be at the ballpark on senior night. It's kind of a bittersweet time. We're celebrating those kids, but it's their last time to play here, and it's bittersweet for them and their parents. It gives them an opportunity to thank the people that have kind of helped them along the way. And so it's a great celebration.
Yeah, and just thankful to have a senior night this year.
Oh,
yeah. It just, as crazy as times have been with COVID and everything else going on in our world, we're just thankful that we can have a baseball season and get all the way to the end for senior night. So hopefully we can push on through a few more weeks and get to the state tournament and the championship.
That's right.
Yep.
And before you get to the main attraction, I did want to take a moment to thank you, Brian, for all your support this year. You have just gone above and beyond to celebrate our teachers and our kids this year, Teacher of the Month, Student of the Month, and things like that. Anytime we ever ask you for something, you come through for us. And I know just having you out here has generated so much excitement. And the parents appreciate it and the kids appreciate it. I know how hard you've worked to make this happen, and we thank you, and we thank Morgan Smith just for all of your support for Texarkana, Arkansas School District and our athletic programs.
Well, we appreciate it very much. It takes a lot of people, like we've mentioned, to put this on. I know you and Morgan have talked about it. You and I have talked about it, and of course we couldn't do it without these guys. Frank's always with us. Cam's always with us, but Morgan, really wanted us to get over here and make sure we got some coverage of Razorback baseball, and so it's worked out for us pretty good this year.
Some special kids over here, so it's a lot of fun watching this team. You guys are fun to watch.
Right.
And something to be proud of.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And you guys have been really accommodating. This is the fastest internet we have at a baseball field in the city. So step up your game out there if you're watching, right?
It is the best internet from any Texarkana school, at least at the baseball field. That's all I can talk about right now. So. I don't know about.
So we're happy to come out, rent it out.
Yep.
We love being the best.
That's right. That's right. And so, again, we are here live on the campus of Arkansas High School, home of the Arkansas High Razorbacks. We're going to take a short commercial break in just a second, and then we're going to have one of the principals currently of the Union Elementary School, Miss Samantha Coleman, and we're going to have the head cheer coach, Megan Brown, on with us when we come back from these messages from one of our sponsors.
Thanks again.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All All right, welcome back to Arkansas High School, home of the Arkansas High Razorbacks. We are joined on our pregame show by some special guests. We've got Miss Samantha Coleman, principal of, let me make sure I've got this right. Is it still Union Elementary? It is right now, at least
right
today.
now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then we've got head cheer coach Megan Brown,
Hey.
a special guest on here with us as well. And so we're going to talk to both of them about some stuff going on around the Arkansas School District and with the cheerleaders. So, ladies, we appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
We are excited to be here.
Absolutely. And so, Ms. Coleman, we'll start with you. We mentioned that it's the Union Elementary School right now, but I know there are some things changing throughout the district. So just tell us a little bit about that, and we'll just go from there.
Okay. So next year we're opening up a brand new elementary school at the North Heights Junior High campus.
Okay.
They have now moved out to the new Arkansas Middle School, and we will be taking over for our first district ever accelerated elementary school.
Okay.
So we will be offering an accelerated learning program that is the designated pathway to our early collegiate academy at the middle school and then on to the high school.
Okay. All right. And so you said it's going to be called North Heights Community?
Yes, sir. North Heights Community School will be a micro society, which is a student-led government school.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I don't know exactly what all that means. Do you, Frank?
I don't.
But it sounds very
Feel free to
interesting.
explain.
So
Tell us about it.
a micro
Are you thinking of vote a president and all that?
Yes,
What,
yes,
like
yes.
Children. Okay.
Children, yes. So our children will essentially run their own student-led government, where we will have a board of directors, just like Texarkana does.
Mm-hmm.
We will oversee community projects to improve the Texarkana area, and this will be fully run by all of our students. Now, obviously, some of our younger babies, kinder, first, second grade, they will be learning about community helpers, while our older kids will oversee these projects that we'll do in the community.
In my mind, I'm imagining like a toddler campaign event. You know
Just
what I mean?
think about like an entire campus of like
Yeah.
Parks and Recs, like Leslie
Yeah.
Noakes,
Yes,
all
exactly.
over.
It's exactly
Absolutely.
that.
Yes.
That's perfect.
And so you said, so will there be a mayor and a,
Yes.
I mean, how far will this go down?
We're going to do it all. We're going to have a mayor. We'll have different government departments that will oversee different aspects. So like school safety, we'll have a director for that. We'll have different directors for every aspect of our school.
yeah.
And then ultimately, the students will decide on those official roles amongst themselves.
Okay.
So election.
How common is this across the country? Out of curiosity.
It's actually not very common. Micro societies are very few and far between. In fact, we were trying to search pretty far for something that we could do that is really unique to the Texarkana area, and so there's only actually one other micro society in the entire state.
Wow.
That's what I was thinking. It's either going to go extraordinarily well and be the wave of the future, or we're going to be on the national news.
Yes, and we're hoping for national news in a good way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The uprising.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, Megan, are you going to the new school?
Yes,
All
I will
right.
be doing kind of a performing arts, like a mix between dance and gymnastics and acrobatics and stuff, and maybe throw a little bit of like performance, like not technically drama, but just like giving them that performance aspect of kind of just their arts.
And so are they going to let you help with the government? I mean, I know you do
Oh, I
have
don't
some
know.
people in your family
I do,
that
yeah.
are in government. And so not going to throw any names out here, but I just
Yeah.
wonder if you were going to be helping the mayors out.
Maybe I might can give them a few tips from our mayor.
That's right. That's
as I
right.
watch.
If you can't, you know somebody that can,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. All right. And so you said there will be some extracurricular activities and stuff like that. Tell
Yes,
us a little bit about
so
that.
we are hoping to establish our first extracurricular program for elementary campuses. We're looking to build upon some of our currently underserved programs in the district, so golf, tennis, gymnastics, soccer, programs that we think if students had a more openness to as a child, they had those experiences, they might build our programs down the road.
I see.
I wish I could have learned how to golf way back.
Me too. Yeah, I didn't start until after high school.
I am so awful. It's not
Now,
even
I'm going to
funny.
blame it on that. I just didn't have access
You
to it.
didn't
right?
have access,
Yeah, that's why I'm
and
so
it was an
bad at it.
access issue.
We didn't have
Yeah.
North Heights Community School.
That's right. Didn't
that
have a.
could teach us how to golf at
That's
a
right.
young age.
I didn't have a president of my 6-year-old class.
No. You know, I'm looking most forward to getting the golf cart, if I'm
Yeah,
being honest.
absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
something we're really looking forward to.
You're going to have it wrapped in the hog and all that good
Absolutely.
stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, we know someone you can talk to
Perfect. I'll
tonight at
take
the
it.
game and kind of get that plug in there. and see
I'll
if we can-
take it.
And so, Megan Brown, we've got you on here at head cheer coach. Y'all are everywhere. What all
Everywhere.
sports do y'all cheer at?
We do football and basketball for the majority, but we also do like major, events in the city. Race for the Cure, color runs, Fox Fan Fest. So our job is just literally to just spread the Razorback spirit any chance that we probably can get. I would like to do some baseball stuff, but there's not really.
Well, I was
area.
about to lead into that. Now, you know a little bit about doing some stuff at some baseball games.
Yep.
Tell everybody who doesn't know you like I do what you've done in the past.
Okay, so I am a former Razorback Palm Squad member. So really going into college at University of Arkansas, I did football, women's basketball, men's basketball, gymnastics sometimes, and we did baseball. So, yeah, we were the RBI girls, and we danced on the dugouts. But I don't think these dugouts are prepared for that.
They're a
But
little
that
high.
Yeah, and that was a little bit more
So you were like a baseball baby doll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Have you never seen pictures?
I know, but I want to now.
Yeah.
You know what I should have done? I should have found a picture of her, and we should have had it where we could put it up on the screen.
I
That's
don't know.
completely
Yeah.
my
You got
fault.
that,
In the
Cam?
good
No.
old days.
I failed. But Frank, has never been to – have you ever been to a college baseball game?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, you need to go to
The
Baum
best
Stadium in
environment.
Fayetteville.
Yeah.
And that's what she's talking about. They call them the RBI girls. And they come out between innings or at certain times of the game, and they dance on
the dugout.
On the dugout.
on the dugouts, right below the stadium seats.
Listen,
and
Frank,
stuff
even
like that.
I've been to Baum Stadium, so this is you got to go. This is your
I will.
moment.
Let me know when.
Not only are they the number one team in the nation, that has been voted on as the number one baseball stadium in the nation.
Really?
So, yeah, multiple years.
Okay.
Multiple
I'm
years,
interested.
absolutely.
I'm intrigued now.
Yep.
And I
I'm
think
from Texas, so I've got a reason to have not
Sure,
gone. But
sure.
Yeah.
next weekend you're going, just let me know. I'll tag along.
Well,
Absolutely.
I think Arkansas not many schools have dancers that dance at
Yeah,
baseball.
because most
So-
dugouts are slanted like that. I don't want to see you guys.
Well, and it's down. It's
barrel rolling
actually
off the front of that
down
thing.
They're
in
in
the
the
stadium.
ground.
They're in the ground.
So,
Right,
yeah.
that makes
Yeah.
much more
Yeah,
sense.
it's
I'm
almost
still
like
trying to
a
wrap my head
mini
around
stage.
that.
No. It
Yeah.
doesn't look
Okay.
anything like this.
Okay.
And so,
Yeah.
but, what was I about to lead into? Frank, we are going in a couple weeks. You may have to tag along with us.
I will, absolutely. Give
So,
me
yeah,
a break.
It's
Get a little
it's a
experience.
great time. And so I think they've actually got the biggest jumbotron at any baseball school in the nation.
All right, we get it. Arkansas
So-
Razorback
Yeah, okay.
baseball.
I just make sure that you get that
He
right
walks
there.
he walks into every place where I was just the first thing he's talking about is awesome Arkansas, and I'm starting to believe him.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah, I
You
do.
should.
and
It's starting to
so
wear off on me a little bit.
you've got a senior cheerleader
Yes.
that is going to go and cheer at the college level. Tell us who that is and where she's going.
That is Stasia Taylor. She is going to be going to OBU in Arkadelphia. She actually, I was thinking about that on the way here. She did not really, she's an all-around athlete. Volleyball, basketball, track, basically anything she can get her hands on, she's a great athlete. And especially cheer being so busy. But I kind of looked at her and she said, I might be going to OBU. And I was like, have you thought about cheering? And she was like, not really, Coach. Is that possible for me? And I was like, yeah, let's work on it. And she sent in a video, and she's going to OBU now. So
Yeah,
we're super
absolutely.
proud of her. And
Wow.
I have a few that are kind of interested in it. But, cheer's a little bit different than a typical sport. You don't just get recruited for most things now, just because you don't get full paid scholarships and stuff like that. So you got to make a team. So I have a few interested, and you just have to work hard at it. And I'm always trying to push them to that next level if I can. So.
That's awesome. Yep.
That
and
is
so
awesome.
that's we're learning something new every day. We don't know a lot about the cheer side. We'll have to make sure that we get Megan back on here in the future so she can keep us updated. And so,
Yep.
Miss Coleman, congratulations on the new school.
Thank you.
All of the new things that are going on. It sounds fantastic.
and best
Well,
of luck with the.
I
student
appreciate
government.
it. I'm going to need it.
I'm
I
gonna be
mean,
following this
future
closely.
lawyers over here,
Yes,
so I'm going to need it.
absolutely. And so we're going to make sure we check back in with you because that could be some good stuff.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna keep a close eye on that new school and some things like that. And so
I'm going to sit in on the elections for the integrity.
Absolutely.
Yes, integrity
Yeah.
check.
The debate.
Quality control.
Can we have
watcher at elementary.
a debate night?
That's right.
Yes,
the
yes,
president's
yes,
Y'all
yes.
can bring
Yeah.
the table. and-
Absolutely.
We'll be ready.
Absolutely. So, well, look, ladies, we appreciate you for joining us and taking time out of your day to come on here with us for the pregame show. And so, just thank you for all of Texarkana Game Day and for Frank and I for taking time out of your busy schedules, because I know one of you's really busy, and so
Yeah.
I'm sure you are too.
I look busy.
She runs the school.
I hear you. I know
No,
that's
she
right.
sounds like she just lets the kids run it, right?
Well,
She
I
got plenty of
mean,
free
you
time.
know,
Next year.
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks,
we
y'all.
appreciate you very much. And so we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to be live here at Razorback Field, and we're going to have some senior night festivities. And so after these short messages, we'll be back.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Texarkana Game Day Baseball. We are live on the Arkansas side, home of the Arkansas High Razorbacks. Very shortly, we are going to have senior night festivities for the Arkansas High Razorback baseball team. And so we are going to switch over to some sounds of the stadium and let the field announcer announce the seniors who will come out and receive some stuff from the coach, and I believe they'll be out on the field with a parent or two. And so in just a second, we're going to let the field announcer take over, and he will walk us through senior night, and then we'll be back waiting on first pitch about 5 o'clock. So we'll be right back with you after the senior night festivities.
My little three will not be enough for her.
Good evening, and welcome to senior night for the Arkansas High Razorback baseball team. First, we will start with our senior, Braylon Bishop, escorted tonight by his mother, Shawn, and his brother, Red. Braylon has played baseball at Arkansas High for 3 years. Braylon has accepted a scholarship to the University of Arkansas Fayetteville to continue his baseball career and major in human biology. Your senior, Braylon Bishop. Next, we have Justice Guillory, escorted tonight by his parents, Knowlton and Jennifer Guillory. Justice has played baseball at Arkansas High for 4 years. Justice plans to attend the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville. Your senior, Justice Guillory. Our next senior is Jackson Harris. He is escorted tonight by his parents, Chris and Jamie Harris, and sister Hallie. Jackson has played baseball at Arkansas High for 4 years. Jackson has accepted a scholarship to Arkansas State University to continue his baseball career and major in physical therapy. Your senior, Jackson Harris. Next, we have Graydon Martin. Graydon is escorted tonight by his parents, DJ and Kimberly Martin, and sister, Evie. Graydon is a 4-year starter for the Razorbacks. He has also accepted a scholarship to the University of Arkansas Little Rock to continue his baseball career and major in biology. Your senior, Graydon Martin. Next, we have Mason McDowell. Tonight, he is escorted by his father, David McDowell, and mother, Amber Hicks. Mason has played baseball at Arkansas High for 4 years. Mason will be attending Arkansas State University on a full academic scholarship where he will pursue a career in electric engineering. Your senior, Mason McDowell. Our next senior is Danny McWilliams. He is escorted tonight by his father, Dana McWilliams, and mother, Jennifer Brooks, and his brother, Mason Hobbs. Danny has played baseball at Arkansas High for 4 years. After high school, Danny plans to attend a trade school to become a master electrician. Your senior, Danny McWilliams. Our next senior is Darby Sawyer. He is escorted tonight by his mother and father, Melissa and Kenneth Sawyer, and his brother, Shelby. Darby has played baseball at Arkansas High for 4 years. Darby will be attending the University of Arkansas Fayetteville, where he will pursue a degree in engineering. Your senior, Darby Sawyer. Next, we have Aiden Smith. Tonight, he is escorted by his parents, Shane Smith and Kelly Chataway. Aiden has played baseball at Arkansas High for 4 years. Aiden plans to attend Arkansas State University and major in medical engineering. Your senior, Aiden Smith. Next, we have Jackson Ty, escorted by his parents Todd and Jonna Ty. Jackson has played baseball at Arkansas High for 2 years. Jackson plans to attend the University of Arkansas Fayetteville and major in recreation and sports management. Your senior, Jackson Ty. Next, we would like to honor Brady Ives. Brady has been the AHS baseball announcer this year. He will be attending Arkansas State University. Your senior, Brady Ives. Please give it up for your senior baseball team.
We got more seniors than the football team.
Welcome to the Arkansas High Razorback baseball field tonight. Tonight we have a matchup between the Lakeside Rams and the Arkansas High Razorbacks. Your starting lineup tonight for the Rams. Number 6, Brennan Browning. Number 28, Brady Arnold. Number 4, Peyton Ballard. Number 13, Ethan Savella. Number 2, Andrew Cox. Number 10, William Ross. Number 9, Chase Title. Number 36, Ethan Rogers. And number 1, Brock Prince. Now, the starting lineup for your Hogs tonight. Number 6, Graydon Martin. Number 2, Braylon Bishop. Number 22, Ty Wade. Number 13, Jackson Harris. Number 20, Darby Sawyer. Number 3, Luke Paxton. Number 12, Jackson Ty. Number 4, Danny McWilliams. And number 7, Ryan Wardlaw. Please rise for the national anthem. At this time, we would like to take a moment and recognize not only a great athlete, but a great young man, C.J. Harris. Although C.J. was not a student in our school district, the baseball family runs deep. Today, our team will be wearing jerseys to honor C.J.'s life and his foundation. Hashtag Be Like C.J. His family, Cedric Harris, Marie, Ace, Frederick Harris, and are here tonight to throw out the first pitch. And Cedric Harris will throw out the first pitch for this ball game tonight.
Good afternoon and welcome to Texarkana Game Day Baseball. We are live on the campus of Arkansas High School, here, home of the Arkansas High Razorbacks. We are getting set for a conference matchup this afternoon between the visiting Lakeside Rams and your home team, the Arkansas High Razorbacks. Both coaches are meeting and exchanging lineups right now as Braylon Bishop takes the mound to warm up. We just had our senior festivities. Tonight is senior night here for the Arkansas High Razorbacks, and so we just finished up with that. And Frank and I are getting ready for first pitch.
That's right.
And so I'm Brian Bolton. I'm joined by Frank Sides, as always. And today we are on the Arkansas side for some high school baseball and a game that, Frank, means a lot to me. The Lakeside Rams was actually the last coaching job that I had up in Hot Springs, coaching for Lakeside School District. So every one of these kids that are playing in the black uniforms tonight was a player of mine just 2 short years ago.
Yeah, and I have noticed a lot of handshakes and hugs from coaches. There's about 4 different sports happening at once right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We got soccer softball, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited for you to get to see some of these kids that you grew up coaching.
Absolutely, and so great kids on both sides, and so really lucky that we're getting the opportunity to call this baseball game tonight. And a lot of these kids that are on Lakeside's team were also part of a team that I coached during the summer and took down to Gulf Shores to play in the World Series. And so the
this
guy
past summer?
No, a couple years ago when I coached there at Lakeside. This kid right here who's coming up, he actually has a twin brother that's not on the baseball team, but he's a great athlete, and he was on that team, and his dad was helped me coach that team. And so a lot of connections with him. And so enough about that. We've got the Arkansas High Razorbacks in action. They're 9-2 so far in conference. They are right up there in the top.
Yeah,
and they're looking for a first seed for the state tournament.
This is our first look at Braylon on the mound.
And so first pitch to Brennan Browning.
I don't know where that is, but it's
popped.
It hit close.
Over the backstop. And so number 6, the center fielder, Brennan Browning, will start off the lineup for the Lakeside Rams tonight. Braylon Bishop on the mound.
Ooh, my goodness.
Second pitch to Browning in there, swung on for strike number 2.
It's a nasty curveball. Every time I see a box score with Braylon pitching, I haven't got a chance to see him in person. He strikes out half the batters he faces and seems to walk the other half. So hopefully we can catch him on a night where his control and his command's in there tight.
0-2 pitch to Browning, a little outside for ball number 1. Going to bring our count to 1 ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff guy for the Rams tonight.
And Braylon shakes off the catcher. Goes
Here's
the
a pitch.
fastball.
Right at the knees, swung on and missed for strike number 3.
Good start.
So 1 up and 1 down so far for Braylon Bishop here in the top of the first. If you're just now joining us, that was the first batter of the game. We just got done with our senior night festivities and started right on time at 5 o'clock.
Now, does the high school, do these Razorbacks, do they go by the Hogs as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And so number 28, the pitcher tonight, freshman Brady Arnold, going to step into the box now. First pitch to him was in the dirt for ball number 1. Second pitch right down the middle for strike number 1.
I like this atmosphere. It's a little more exciting than the last few times we've been out.
Absolutely.
The
The stands are packed.
Ooh.
Here's a breaking ball. He's going to say it's low for ball number 2. And so 2 balls and 1 strike to Arnold. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, make sure that you comment on our feed. Let us know where you're watching from and who your favorite player is. We'll try our best to get to everyone and give a shout out to your favorite player and where you're watching from. And we sure appreciate you for tuning in to Texarkana Game Day.
Oh, that looked good. And Braylon wanted that.
And so 2 balls and 2 strikes to the second batter of the game, Brady Arnold. He's a freshman. He will be on the mound tonight for the Rams.
I believe that filled the count up.
The full count pitch to him, a breaking ball. It'll slide out a little too far out of Bishop's hand, and it'll hit Brady Arnold, and he'll trot down to first base. And so Coach Garrett Bach, a good friend of mine who is the head coach for the Rams now, a stand-up guy. And I can't talk enough about him. We talked about him a few weeks back when they played Pine Bluff. His grandfather was a legendary baseball coach in Pine Bluff. His dad won a handful or more state championships in Harrison, and was in Bryant, and just a powerhouse of a coaching background that he comes from. And so he was an assistant with me at Lakeside, and now he's the head coach. And so the second straight player hit by a pitch, and so not sure if we got a few sprinkles here at Razorback Field, so not sure if the ball is wet and slipping out of his hand or what, but the Razorbacks put 2 on with 1 out here in the top of the first, both hit by pitch, and that's going to bring up the 4-hole hitter, number 13, Ethan Savella. Ethan Savella, a senior this year for the Rams, a big, powerful kid. If he gets a hold of one, he's going to hit it a long way. That breaking ball right on the outside corner for strike number 1. And so Eric Aiken says his favorite player is Brian Bolt. I appreciate that very much, but my playing days are way long over, and if you ever watched me play baseball, I would not have been your favorite player. I might have been your favorite football player, but definitely not your favorite baseball player.
Yeah, and Braylon's 0-1 pitch is fouled off, so he's ahead of Savella, 0-2.
So no balls and 2 strikes to Ethan Savella with a runner on first and second.
After those 2 curveballs, I think a high fastball is the play here.
The 0-2 pitch from Bishop.
Ooh,
it was a fastball high, but it's going to be a little too high for ball number 1. We appreciate everyone tuning in, whether you're in Hot Springs or Texarkana or anywhere in between. Make sure you go over and like Texarkana Game Day Facebook page. And also, we're going to tell you a little more about the new Game Day app here in just a little bit.
There it is. It changes eye level.
There's your high fastball. Swung on for strike number 3 and out number 2.
Going to bring up Andrew Cox. What position is he playing tonight?
Andrew Cox is going to be playing out in left field. He plays a little bit of everywhere. He is a OBU commit. He is a senior this year as well. First pitch to him high. Ooh, going to be called strike number 1.
Hey, refresh my memory. OBU.
Ouachita Baptist University.
Ouachita
it's
Baptist.
in Arkadelphia, Arkansas.
Okay,
Yep.
not familiar with that. I saw quite a few Texas High players going there too. So.
Yeah. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Going to even up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to Andrew Cox, the left fielder for tonight for the Rams. So 1-1 count with runners on first and second. 2 outs here in the top of the first. A fastball going to be low and outside for ball number 2. Cox gets ahead in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lakeside Rams wearing their black tops with white pants. The Razorbacks wearing the red tops with white pants. And they are wearing jerseys tonight in memory of CJ. And so it says, make sure, it says play like CJ on the back of their shirts.
And Braylon's snapping that curveball off tonight. He hasn't left any of them up or spinning. He's just commanding them pretty well, with the exception of the one hit by pitch.
So the 2-2 pitch from Bishop, swung on
My
and missed.
goodness.
It's in the dirt. There will be a throw down, and that'll be out number 3. And so with no hits, no runs, and 2 left on, the Rams don't score. In the top of the first, the Razorbacks are headed in so that they can come to the plate. We're going to have freshman Brady Arnold for the Rams, and also a freshman catcher in Asa Chapman for the Rams tonight. The Rams, a very young team. And
I've got a question for you. It's kind of a point of contention among some baseball circles.
Yeah.
If you strike out all 3 outs of the inning but allowed 2 base runners, did you strike out the side?
you're going to have to say that again. I'm trying to get my live feedback up. Tell me one more time what you just said.
Braylon struck out all 3 batters.
Yep.
But allowed 2 base runners. Did he strike out the side? Some folks believe you got to strike them out in order.
If it was me, I would say yes. You have to strike them out in order.
Gotcha.
But that doesn't mean that I'm correct either.
Exactly. Yeah.
So let me see if I could get this going back on my phone here so we can see what's going on. Yep. And so we appreciate. I've seen a few people popping up from Hot Springs tuning in to watch the Rams tonight. So we appreciate you for tuning in on Texarkana Game Day. Cam, can we get the app graphic up on the screen? And so Texarkana Game Day's got a new app out. We're going to have something up on the screen here shortly for you. And so we appreciate Morgan Smith for getting this app going.
Is there an airport nearby?
There is.
Okay.
It's right. Yeah, you see the planes right there?
Just making sure.
Okay. And so we've got the graphic up on the screen for you now. And so go over to the App Store. It's free. You can download the Texarkana Game Day app. And I actually downloaded it today. Mm-hmm. And, man, you can keep up with all your area sports and, all kinds of different stories that Texarkana Game Day does. And so it's real neat. You can keep up on a lot of stuff on there. And also there's notifications that will be sent out with score updates and final scores and stuff like that. So go over and make sure you download the Texarkana Game Day app. And it's free for anyone that wants to download it. And, man, it's a great app and source of local sports. And so as we enter the bottom of the first inning, it's going to bring up number 6, Graydon Martin, the catcher for the Razorbacks. He will lead off tonight for the Hogs.
It's something I can't say enough about this Arkansas High lineup is how deep it is. There's not a tough out in this lineup, Brian. And it starts at the top.
And so the lefty, a funky little delivery there, but, man, some velocity on that one. It's going to be on the outside corner from Arnold for strike number 1. And as we mentioned, all the Razorbacks wearing a new jersey tonight that says, got the hashtag Be Like CJ. And if you don't know that story, you need to look it up. It was a young baseball player from the area who tragically passed away. And so the Hogs tonight wearing jerseys in memory of him. And so the second one right off the corner for ball number 2.
And did I hear you say Arnold is a freshman?
Arnold is a freshman. Let's see. Ethan Rogers is a freshman. Brock Prince is a freshman. More than half of the lineup tonight for Lakeside are freshmen. And so that one a little high. Going to bring the count to 3 balls and 1 strike to the leadoff hitter, Graydon Martin. Next fastball going to be high, and it'll be the first walk of the night for the Razorbacks. Catcher Graydon Martin will trot down to first base, and that's going to bring up number 2, Braylon Bishop. Want to make sure that we give a shout-out to Luke Paxton, Landry East. He watches. I think we've seen him on multiple broadcasts, so we appreciate Mr. East for tuning in. And Luke Paxton is his favorite player, and we will see him before too long. He's hitting in the 6th hole tonight. So want to make sure we thank all of our viewers for tuning in. Make sure you share this post on your Facebook so that more people can tune in and know that we are live streaming the game tonight, whether you're here in town or watching from somewhere else. And so we appreciate you for tuning in. Want to make sure we give one of our sponsors a shout out, Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital. We appreciate you for being a sponsor for Texarkana Game Day, as well as Express Employment Professionals. I think I saw Mr. Martin here just a few minutes ago, and so make sure you give them a call if you're looking for a job. They've got a lot of jobs right now. And
They do.
They do a very good job of making sure they keep all of.
Yeah, we're going to plug it again Thursday afternoon at the Phone Pros parking lot. It's a job fair hosted by Express. Come out, interviewing on the spot if you're looking for work, and if you're not.
And so Bishop checks his swing, and that's going to be the second strike to Braylon Bishop.
The rain's starting to fall a little bit, Brian.
It is. There's a little bit of a drizzle that is starting to fall here, just enough to get all of our stuff wet. That's why I have these sheet protectors.
That's right.
And the runner goes. He's going to stop halfway and come back.
Number 22, Ty Wade.
So it's going to be caught by the shortstop, Peyton Ballard, for out number 1.
It's going to bring up Ty Wade. I had a chance to talk with him a lot this week. He was on the morning show in the studio with us.
Great kid.
That's right. And
great kid and a great player.
Learned something new. Committed to the number 1 team in the nation as a freshman.
Yep.
He said they're going to want him to do some catching.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's going to start that next year.
First fastball to Wade. Swung on and missed for strike number 1.
And I'm trying to wrap my head around how strong this kid's going to be as a senior.
Absolutely.
He's just a sophomore.
He's a big kid. And so we've seen his power, a couple home runs that he's hit so far this year. And so the runner goes on the pitch, and it's going to be fouled. And so Graydon Martin will come back for the second time to first base.
That's right. And Arnold's ahead of Wade, 0-2.
Landry East also shouting out Danny Mack. And so he's a great player for the Hogs as well, plays second base for the Hogs. So the 0-2 pitch, Arnold will throw over to make sure Graydon Martin is not taking off again. Martin will be back safely over to first base. So if you're just now joining us, we appreciate you. Make sure you share this post so everyone can watch the Razorbacks and the Rams face off tonight. We're here at Arkansas High School, home of the Hogs, and they are facing a conference rival in the Lakeside Rams all the way from Hot Springs, Arkansas. We're here in the bottom of the first inning with 1 out and a runner on first for the Hogs. Ty Wade, the 3-hole hitter. He plays third base for the Razorbacks. And his count is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
If you're close by, there's still a lot of time to get out here.
Absolutely.
I can confirm they've got $2 nacho cheese dogs tonight.
It looked very good. Arnold going to throw over to first, and Martin going to be safe back over at first. No play there. I wonder if Martin takes off here. Friendly wager? Martin does not. That fastball swung on for strike number 3. Going to bring 2 outs for the Razorbacks here in the bottom of the first. And that's going to bring up the 4-hole hitter, cleanup man number 13, Jackson Harris.
And, you know, with this being the first time they've seen this kid with a funky delivery from the left side, it may take an at-bat or two for them to settle in and start putting good wood on the ball.
Absolutely. And Jackson Harris, the Arkansas State commit, we've seen him hit a couple home runs this year too, and so he's a big, powerful kid.
I believe one of those was a grand slam, right?
It was. And so Harris takes the first one for strike number 1. Graydon Martin stands over at first. Second one going to be high for ball number 1. Going to bring.
So do you know how many of the starting lineup are committed to play college ball?
Let's see.
We're talking
1,
6 out of the 9?
2, 3, 4.
There he goes.
5, I believe. Here's the throw to second base,
throw
and he's
down.
going to be out. The freshman, Asa Chapman, comes up and guns down Graydon Martin, and so Jackson Harris will come back to the plate next inning with no hits, no runners left on, and no one scored. We have a scoreless first inning. A good game so far here between the Lakeside Rams and your Arkansas High Razorbacks. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with more Texarkana Game Day Baseball.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see shelter agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
Good afternoon and welcome back to another edition of Texarkana Game Day Baseball. We are here on the beautiful campus of Arkansas High School, home of the Arkansas High Razorbacks, as they are facing a conference rival in the Lakeside Rams. We've got a scoreless game so far after one inning. The Lakeside Rams come into today's game. Let's see, I believe they are 7-3 in conference with a 14-4 overall record. Your Razorbacks coming into today with a 9-2 conference record right now, and so both teams looking good, headed toward the state tournament, but they're both still playing for possibly the 1, 2, or 3 seed. A pretty close conference. You got Sheridan, you've got Arkansas High, and you've got Lakeside, who's playing for those top 3 seeds, and so not sure how it's all going to shake out, but one of the best conferences in the state of Arkansas.
Does Arkansas have them broken down by classes?
Yes.
5A, 4A. Are these? Is this 4?
This is 5A.
This is 5A.
Yep.
Is this the big class?
No, we have 6 and 7A.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm assuming that they're wider in scope.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so that's going to bring up Will Ross, who this is his first year to play baseball since he was a small child. He's the quarterback for the high school football team. He's an all-state quarterback, and this is his first year to play baseball and has done very well from what I've been told. And from head coach Garrett Bach, he said if he would have played all 4 years, he would be a D1 college baseball player.
Wow.
And Garrett Bach knows a little about D1 baseball college players, and he was a D1 player himself, and also his father has sent a lot of them to the MLB and to play for D1 colleges, and so he knows one when he sees one. And so Will Ross, a 3-1 count. The 3-1 pitch to him fouled over the first base dugout, and that's going to bring our count full to the 6-hole hitter, number 10, Will Ross, who will be playing third base for the Rams today. Braylon Bishop gets his sign.
3-2 curve coming. No, he's going to throw the heater.
Fastball right by Ross for strike number 3. So Ross will trot back to the dugout. That's going to bring up another freshman for the Rams tonight. Number 9, Chase Tittle, who is the designated hitter in the lineup tonight. So 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the second as Tittle steps up to the plate. He's going to take the first fastball belt high for strike number 1. We appreciate everyone tuning in from Hot Springs and Texarkana. Make sure you comment and let us know where you're watching from. Also, make sure you go over to Texarkana Game Day and make sure you like the Facebook page. Also, share this stream live on your Facebook so other folks can tune in. I want to make sure we give a shout out to TXK Marketing Agency, one of our sponsors here at Texarkana Game Day, as well as Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. We appreciate all of our sponsors for helping us bring you local high school athletics. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tittle, a breaking ball outside in the dirt, going to even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Frank, what you looking at there?
Baseball Twitter.
Okay.
Just catching up on the days.
Okay, I thought you may have something there that you wanted to talk about. So
you've got this well under control. I'm just here to watch.
Bishop shakes off the first pitch, the 2-2 pitch. Going to be a fastball spiked into the dirt in front of the plate. Going to bring the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes to freshman Chase Tittle. He'll be in the lineup as the designated hitter tonight for the Rams. And that one's going to go all the way to the backstop, and Tittle will trot down to first base. So with 1 out here in the top of the second inning, Chase Tittle draws a walk and gets down to first base, and that's going to bring up another freshman, number 36, Ethan Rogers, who will play. I think I've got that written down wrong here. Let's see. Yeah, he's playing first base for the Rams tonight. So Coach Bach not liking that one. It was called a ball, but he wants Ethan to get in there and hit. So the 1-0 pitch to Ethan Rogers. Going to be high, right above the belt, called for strike number 1 from Bishop. Nice fastball.
This ump's a little slow with his call, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a weird little zone. He's not giving it at knees, but he's calling it a little high. But nonetheless, you like that one right there. He called that one last inning a strike. And so he's a little off. I was actually telling someone before the game, he's definitely not my favorite umpire to watch. Not very consistent, but nonetheless, he's behind the plate tonight. Next pitch going to be knee high on the outside corner, called for strike number 2. Going to even up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Ethan Rogers, a 2-2 count. Braylon Bishop to the plate. A fastball right by Rogers for strike number 3.
Number 1, Brock Prince.
So Brock Prince, another freshman, will step up to the plate for the Rams. The Rams have a very young team, and so what they've done this year is very impressive, being in contention to even be up there in the top 2 or 3 in the conference, because it is a tough conference in the state of Arkansas. Like I said, arguably maybe the best conference in the state. And so nonetheless, Brock Prince, his brother actually played for me. His brother plays college baseball. He's sitting over there in the stands. Need to make sure I go see him. But Brock, a freshman, and he is
ahead 2-0.
Playing second base and has a 2-0 count. Yeah, I was trying to figure out where he was
finish
playing
your sentence
tonight.
for you. I missed. I took a swing at it and missed.
So he is the 9-hole hitter tonight, playing second base for the Rams. Waiting on deck is leadoff man, number 6, Brennan Browning. The 2-0 pitch to Prince on the inside corner for strike number 1. And so 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner on first and 2 outs for the Rams here in the top of the second inning. If you're just now joining us, the game is scoreless. And here's a hit to the shortstop, Harris. He'll flip it over to second for the 3rd out of the inning. And so no hits, no runs, and 1 runner left on for the Rams in the top half of the second inning. And the Razorbacks will trot off the field and get ready to come to the plate.
That was the first ball put in play for Lakeside.
Absolutely.
Bishop's got some pretty nasty stuff tonight.
Yes, he does. He's done a good job on the mound so far. And so if you're watching at home and you are just now tuning in, we've got a scoreless game through 1.5 innings. The Razorbacks getting ready to come to the plate. We were talking about the Game Day app just a few minutes ago. Frank, tell us a little bit more about the app than what I know.
Well, the Game Day app is going to be your go-to place for news, for rosters, for updates, for live streams, for highlights, for everything. It's going to all filter through the app. The content you see on Facebook is going to come from the app. So that's the goal long term. And in the meantime, it's really cool. It's separated by school. It's separated by sport. It's a place for photos, all that good stuff. So it's going to be all encompassing. It's going to be really awesome.
And the best thing.
Already is really awesome.
The best thing, you've left it out. It's free.
That too.
And so, like I said, I downloaded it today. It's pretty cool. You can go on there and click on which school you want to look at, which sport. I mean, it's a pretty cool little app. So make sure you go over to the App Store and download the Texarkana Game Day app. So we appreciate everyone for tuning in. Granny Shanny says, go Rams, watching from Hot Springs. And so we appreciate everyone from Texarkana and around the area, whether you're in Hot Springs or around the Texarkana area, for tuning in.
Yeah, and if our producer Cam has his way, there's going to be a section for videos of cute cats.
Absolutely. Well, oh, wow. Well,
he
we're
said
not going to get into
absolutely.
that. Not going to get into that.
He said absolutely. Not even paying attention to me.
And here's the first hit of the ball game from Jackson Harris. The Graydon Martin was thrown out at second base last inning while Jackson was up to bat. So he got to come back and bat again, and
Cut that off
bloops one right over second base.
Cut it off the end of the bat, but he hit it where they wasn't, so
absolutely.
He's standing on first base.
First hit of the game for either team, and that's going to bring up number 20, the first baseman, Darby Sawyer.
I feel a bunt coming.
Here he lays down a beauty. Let's see if it gets, yes, it will advance the runner, and so he does his job. Darby lays one down right back to the pitcher, and Jackson Harris will advance to second base.
I really like how calm and collected our freshman pitcher was there. Didn't rush that.
Yep.
Just made the play.
And I've said this many times, and of course, I've got a big connection to the Lakeside Rams, but man, I cannot coach.
I can finish this thought.
I cannot talk about
how well coached
their head coach.
Yeah,
I told you before the game. I told you they would be well coached. So that's going to bring up number 3, Luke Paxton. He's playing center field tonight with Braylon Bishop being on the mound. Paxton had some big hits so far this season, and so an off-speed pitch comes out a little high. And so it's 2 balls and no strikes to number 3, Luke Paxton.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
I have never seen one before.
Me neither.
So I'm not a fan.
That's why I was asking. I was going to do the whole Luke, you're my father, or whatever that thing was.
So again, if you're watching this broadcast tonight, make sure you go on and rate Frank's jokes.
I didn't make the joke. No one would have. It would have went over very poorly because I would have messed it all up. But Luke,
so 3 balls and no strikes.
He plays a mean center field on the nights that Braylon Bishop's on the mound. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see some of that tonight.
Very good baseball player, and so the 3-0 pitch to him is right down the middle for strike number 1.
And the one thing that I like about Luke is when this ball's over the plate, he's not taking a single left field swing.
Absolutely.
He's taking a rip at it. Woof! You see that?
That's right. And so he's going to foul one to the backstop for strike number 2. Want to make sure we give a shout-out to Roger Bates, who is watching in Hot Springs. He says that Game Day needs a new announcer.
That's right. Well, I don't disagree with him. Ain't a whole lot I can do about that right now, Mr. Bates.
You get, free
you get what you pay for,
That's right. You get what you pay for.
Luke is
and so
called out
he's going to be
strikes.
rung up on the outside corner. Brady Arnold throws an off-speed pitch on the outside corner, and Mr. Paxton will go back to the dugout for out number 2 here in the bottom of the second inning.
So that's going to walk-up music. Who was that?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. And so Jackson Ty, the designated hitter, will step into the box. Brady Arnold will step off and make sure that Jackson Harris is not going to steal.
Young Smooty, featuring the Game Day vet in the video.
That's right.
I believe that's his newest single.
So this fastball swung on and missed for strike number 1. We've got a viewer that wants to know why you don't have bowling on the app.
Oh, we don't have bowling on the app?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Going to work on that. We're give Game Day a little bit of a break. It's a new app, and so trying to get things worked out and get all of the
Wait,
sports
do they have
on there.
high school bowling? Is that a thing?
Some schools do. I don't know if Arkansas High does or not. We don't cover bowling. Do you call them matches?
How would
a bowling
I know?
match, but we're going to work on that for you, Stephanie. So we appreciate you bringing that to our attention. We'll pass that along to Morgan Smith, see what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
And so the 1-1 pitch in there, knee high for strike number 2. And so with 2 outs and a runner on second, the designated hitter, Jackson Ty, stands at the plate. And he's got a 1 ball and 2 strike count on him from the lefty, Brady Arnold. Here's the pitch to him, fouled over the home dugout. And so we did, yes. And so 2 different people with the last name Brown. Megan, who was actually on our pregame show a little while ago. And so they said, yes, Arkansas High has girls and boys bowling.
They do. I had no idea.
We're going to have to make sure we get on that.
Where do they compete?
I wonder if
local
it's
bowling alleys. Tell us in the comments.
Yeah,
I would genuinely like to know. And
give us a little more info about this. And so the next breaking ball will get away from Asa Chapman. No one's covering home.
He rounded third like he was about to try it.
Coach Barry holds Jackson Harris up at third. He did round the base like he was coming home, but Brady Arnold scrambled back toward the plate. I think Harris would have been out, so it was a good job by him to hold up. But that ball gets away from catcher Asa Chapman, and that'll even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Still a scoreless game, only 1 hit, and the Razorbacks have it. This one going to be fouled to the backstop. And so they bowl at Holiday Bowl. There is a bowling alley here over on State Line.
Okay. And other schools come in town, and it's a big tournament.
I guess.
They have their bowling jerseys. I'm interested.
Sure. Oh yeah, absolutely.
They've got my attention.
So the 2-2 pitch going to be swung on and popped up over the backstop and out of play. Going to keep our count at 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the second inning. Still scoreless here at Razorback Field as the Lakeside Rams and the Arkansas High Razorbacks try to play out for the possibly 2 and 3 seed. If things work out, one of them could slip into number 1. So the 2-2 pitch right down the middle, swung on and missed, and that'll do it for the second inning of play here at Razorback Field. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more baseball action live here on Texarkana Game Day.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Texarkana Game Day Baseball. We're live here at Razorback Field, home of the Arkansas High Razorbacks. Want to make sure we give a shout out to Patsy Haynes. She said she's watching all the way from California.
Really?
And so we are coming in live in all 50 states.
That's right.
Patsy, so we appreciate her
just to get us nice and irritated. Let us know how the weather is out there right now.
Yeah, absolutely. If the sprinkles will hold off here, we'll be just fine because it's not hot and it's not cold.
And that last commercial break brought to you by Express Personnel. Again, if you're listening and need work or know someone looking for work, Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock, between 2 and 6, head up to Phone Pros. It's behind Target parking lot. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be live on-the-spot interviews. See if we can get some folks looking for work put to work.
And man, if you are at home here in Texarkana and you're watching, we are starting the top of the third inning, but it is an electric atmosphere out here at Arkansas High. And so come out here and catch a great game between the visiting Lakeside Rams and your Arkansas Razorbacks.
Or come out here and catch a great softball game or a soccer game.
Well, absolutely. It looks like the Rams are leading the Lady Razorbacks 5-1 right now.
That's the hit column, sir.
Yes, it is. Excuse me.
Either way,
looks 0-0 right now, but you know the scoreboard over there sometimes is not.
I don't see an inning either.
Yeah, it's iffy over there, and so Brennan Browning up for the Razorbacks. Up for the Rams. He's the leadoff hitter. He is also a freshman.
And Brennan struck out on a full count pitch last at bat.
And so this one driven into left field. It's going to be right down the line, and it will be foul. Ryan Wardlaw was trying to get over there in that wet grass. It's a little soggy out there, and so it was driven right down the line. Brennan Browning does have a couple home runs on the year. Coach Garrett Bach telling him to get it down and get it in play somewhere. I see Brennan's dad
he turned
right
on
down the line.
Fastball there.
And so Brennan, a great high school baseball player.
Tells me he's not going to see that pitch again right here. After that,
1 ball and 2 strikes to Browning. The 1-2 pitch to him, a fastball outside corner, a little outside for ball number 2. That's going to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the center fielder, Browning. So Bishop gets his call to the plate. A fastball over the head of Browning. He takes it. It's going to bring us to a full count for the leadoff man of the inning and of the lineup for the Rams.
And is the coach calling pitches in high school?
Yes.
Often.
And so the payoff pitch going to be swung on, and over the backstop it goes.
And on top of the concession stand. All right.
Speaking of concession stand, you know, Billy Lavender had somebody bring him peanut M&Ms and a Coke up here. I mean,
didn't even ask for it.
And this one swung on and missed. Browning's going to run, and the Speedy, he's got some speed on him. And so he gets down to first base, but not before Graydon Martin throws him out. And that's going to be the first out of the third inning. And that's going to bring up the pitcher for tonight for the Rams, number 28, Brady Arnold.
It's going to be 6 strikeouts already for Braylon.
First pitch to him, a breaking ball, and it's a beauty and not called a strike. Very good-looking breaking ball. While we've got a second here, want to make sure that we give a shout-out to the boys' track team here at Arkansas High. We talked a few weeks ago about the tradition and how much they've won over the years, and they won conference once again this year in boys' track. So big shout-out to them and their coaches. And so this one going to be a little high, called for ball number 2, and so that's going to bring the count 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Here in the top of the third, Brady Arnold at the plate. Braylon Bishop on the mound. 2-1 pitch to him, right in the strike zone and fouled over the backstop. If you're watching at home, we appreciate you very much. Make sure you like and share this video feed so everyone else can know that we are live streaming here at Arkansas High today. Make sure you go over to Texarkana Game Day on Facebook. Give that page a like so you can stay up on all the area baseball news and scores.
And Brady reached his first at bat via the hit by pitch. Here's the full count pitch, and it's going to bounce
full count
low.
to him, and he's going to reach on a walk. Freshman number 28, Brady Arnold, will trot down to first base. There is 1 out. That's going to bring up number 4, Peyton Ballard, who plays shortstop for the Rams. And you see the kid who's trotting over to first?
Looks like a running back to me.
He is a freshman and getting looked at by many, many D1 colleges. I coached him when he was in the 7th grade.
Football, right? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
And
and
is
what
he a
a
running
stud
back?
he is, yes. He is the running back, one of the best in the state. And
you know, I've got another question
he's
for
a pretty
you.
good baseball player as well.
Of all the games we've done, no matter who's pitching, when they reach first base, they're pinch run for. Is there a reason for that? Even if, let's say, Braylon reaches, will he be pinch run for? Is he one of the exceptions?
I don't know. That's kind of a coaching thing. You know, a lot of times you don't want your pitcher. Right. Now, the athlete that Braylon is, it's going to kind of depend on where they're at in the game.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm leaving Braylon on to run.
I literally
unless
saw him.
you have someone in the dugout that can run just as well as he can.
Yeah, and I remember watching him straight still home last week.
Yeah. And so the
I'm
2-0 pitch right down the middle for strike number 1, going to bring the count to 2 balls and 1 strike to Peyton Ballard, who is a senior and going to my alma mater, Southern Arkansas University. He'll go and play for the baseball team over in Magnolia. He will be a mule rider.
What'd you play there?
I didn't play baseball.
I mean, football? Did you play sports there?
We're gonna have to talk about that here in a minute when we have a break, when we got a little more time.
Okay. All right. Simple no would work.
And so 3 balls and 1 strike to Peyton Ballard. This breaking ball in there for strike number 2.
Good looking
So a
breaking
full
ball.
count to Peyton Ballard.
Something tells me that if Braylon chose to and focused all of his energy there, he would be one heck of a
Fastball, blows it right by Ballard for out number 2. So back to the football thing. I played in Magnolia at the high school. Signed a letter of intent with Southern Arkansas University to play. And a week before we showed up for summer workouts, I called the coach and pulled my name off the roster. So not one of the smartest ideas that I've ever done. In the newspaper, all over social media and everything for signing with the university. No, I've got a buddy of mine, one of my best friends, who was a D1 college baseball pitcher. And he and I were working out one day, and it just one of those things where I just felt like it was time to let it go. And so selfish decision. I should have done that and gotten part of my college paid for, but nonetheless, learned some lessons from it.
That's right.
So never stepped foot. I was on a roster for a little while, but never actually played a game. So, But enough about me. That's going to bring up number 13, Ethan Savella. He's going to drive one. It will be caught. Ethan Savella grounds one to the third baseman, Wade, who scoops it up and throws it over to the covering second baseman, Danny McWilliams, and it pulls him off the bag just a little bit.
Number 2.
And pulls him off the bag, and he bobbles it to where Braylon Russell, the big freshman, was safe over at second base, and so that will be chalked up as an error. And so Ethan Savella will stand on first base. Braylon Russell on second. 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Andrew Cox, the left fielder, for the Rams tonight. This one's going to be hit, and it's barely going to stay in fair territory. It almost spun foul. But Graydon Martin picks it up and throws it down for the third out of the inning. And that's going to be it for the Rams here in the top of the third. The Razorbacks coming up to bat next. So Brady Arnold still on the mound for the Rams. The Rams will meet over at third base and then take the field all together. The Razorbacks will come in and get ready to bat for here in the bottom of the third inning. So want to make sure that we tell everyone who is watching at home how much we appreciate them. We could not do this without viewers and supporters. And so make sure you go over to Texarkana Game Day on Facebook. Give it a like. Give this live stream a share so that everyone knows that Arkansas High and the Rams are playing today. Also, go over to the App Store and download the new Texarkana Game Day app. Got a lot of info, scores, updates. Can even turn on your notifications to see your local high school scores as they finish each night or each day. So go over to the App Store and make sure you download that app. It's free and fun times for all. So,
did you get a chance to see Landon this morning?
I saw it, but I didn't watch it.
He's back in town.
I scrolled through and
just as big as you could possibly imagine it.
Well, fantastic for him. So Asa Chapman will throw down to second base, and shortly we're going to get the bottom of the third started here. What a great crowd here at Arkansas High this afternoon. And so got a full crowd, not many seats available. If you can, come on out. They got great hot dogs. Frank's already had 2 or 3 of them.
That's right. We do have 2 stools here.
With cheese on them.
And a couple headsets if you're interested.
Absolutely. Come on
Show
by.
us how it's done.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I did see Eric Aiken, comment earlier. And so Eric may actually show up and get on a headset. He's one of the game day announcers or commentators, whatever you'd like to call us, clowns. I don't know. But he's been doing Texas High baseball with Tiger Vision this season. What a great job they've done over there. So give a shout out to my buddy Eric. He and I did Texas High football this last year together and really enjoyed it.
And I was sitting right next to
both
of you the whole time. And I got to say, you guys did a heck of a lot better.
Well,
that's headed towards the car.
We're
sure.
It wasn't bad for rookies, is all I can say.
For the first time, you guys, don't get me wrong. I was concerned the first night, but you guys took off running with it after that.
Well, we had no choice. We could be the laughing stock of Texarkana, or we could halfway get through the games.
And and that was a fun football team to
watch.
watch.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they go 10-0.
Throwing the ball around.
Absolutely. So
it was fun to watch.
What a great football season. And so we're going to be back to action. Number 4. Let me get over to that's Danny McWilliams. Let me get over to my sheet here. But Danny McWilliams up to bat. He is the 8-hole hitter for the Razorbacks. Going to lead off this inning for the Hogs.
I've mentioned it before, but he's got an epic head of hair.
Absolutely. 1-2 pitch to him. Going to be off speed and low for ball number 2. Going to even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to second baseman.
And if I didn't
Danny McWilliams.
If I wasn't obligated to be on this set occasionally, that's what my hair would look like.
So a 2-2 pitch to him, a fastball high to McWilliams, going to bring us up to a full count.
Now, is Danny a senior?
I don't know. This one's going to be low, and the leadoff man for the Razorbacks is going to draw the walk.
Number 7, Ryan Wardlaw.
Danny McWilliams will trot down to first base, and Ryan Wardlaw, the 9-hole hitter for the Razorbacks, will step up to the plate. So with no outs here in the bottom of the third, the Razorbacks have their first runner of the inning on base.
I think most likely we're going to see a bunt here, get a runner in scoring position for the top of the order.
We shall see.
You know how I feel about that, but it does make some sense here. Nope. Swing away.
No bunt from Wardlaw. He's going to take the first one high for ball number 1.
Coach says we're going to score some runs this inning.
That's right. If you're just now tuning in, we've got a scoreless game. Only 1 hit so far in the game. It's been a pitcher's duel so far. The Razorbacks taking on conference rival, the Lakeside Rams from Hot Springs. They're playing for the 2 and 3 seed in the conference right now, possibly, depending on how everything works out. Could possibly one of them slip into number 1. And so Garrett Bach is going to call time and go talk to his pitcher, and so we're going to have some words from Frank's sides. What were you saying, Frank?
I was saying the 1 hit was a well-placed fastball and just caught it off the end of the bat and fell in the hole in center field. So other than that, not a whole lot of offense from these 2 pitchers tonight. Pitching really well.
Excuse me. Landry East comments and says that old Danny Mac is a senior.
I was about to say, I outed myself there about when I was getting that hot dog. I wasn't paying much attention to the senior night festivities.
Two completely different teams here. One is full of seniors, 9 seniors for the Arkansas High Razorbacks. The Lakeside Rams full of freshmen. So more than 50% of their lineup is freshmen. So
there's a strike.
Third pitch to Wardlaw is going to bring the first strike of his at bat. 2 balls and 1 strike to Wardlaw with no outs. Here in the bottom of the third, the Hogs got a runner on first. Here's one that's going to be driven out into left field. Andrew Cox gets under it. And Danny McWilliams will scurry back to first base so that he's not doubled up. So Andrew Cox, the OBU commit, making that catch for out number 1. And that's going to bring up the leadoff man, number 6, catcher Graydon Martin.
And like I said earlier, seeing this kid the second time, we're likely to see some better at bats and some balls hit and play with a little bit more authority.
Absolutely.
This go around. That's the hope for Arkansas High here.
See how much battery I've got left. Oh, we're good. Make sure my phone wasn't going to go dead.
What kind of commute do you have home tonight?
Me?
10 minutes?
30 seconds.
Do you really?
Yeah, I live in a neighborhood right across the street. I live on Razorback Drive.
No wonder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you talked to your wife and let you paint the house red yet?
No, but I sold her car today.
You what?
She didn't even know. I sold her car to Ronald.
Does she know?
From game day.
Oh, you had me confused. I thought you were talking about all kinds of wild stuff.
Frank, we need to get you another hot dog. You need a Snickers. You're just not yourself when you're hungry.
Ooh, I heard the cling. It caught a vehicle. Anyway, no, what I'm getting at is how do you sell somebody's car without them knowing it unless you guys have extra vehicles just laying around?
Well, I mean, we do have extra vehicles. We still have 2 vehicles, but we're going to go tomorrow to either Dallas or Little Rock and try to buy. So enough with my wife. Give me just a second. Between innings, we're going to talk about my wife, okay?
Not specifically your wife or car. I'm just wondering what kind of car are you looking at buying?
Hey, before
Speaking
people
of
do
that,
us like they did us at the fishing tournament.
How about you send her to Greg Orr?
They don't have any cars. Have you seen their lot? It's empty. So the runner goes, throw by Asa Chapman, not going to be in time. Danny McWilliams going to be safe at second, but that was strike number 3 to Graydon Martin. And so that's going to be the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up number 2.
And if you're
the
just
pitcher
tuning
tonight,
in
Braylon Bishop,
to your first Texarkana game day baseball game, this is Braylon Bishop. He is committed to play baseball at Arkansas University next year, but will also be selected in the top 70 of this year's Major League Baseball draft. So he'll have a decision to make then, but a phenomenal athlete, plus center fielder, and can really hit the ball hard when he makes contact. So
first pitch to him, a breaking ball driven into.
And that's in the get. And that's going to score a run. And Braylon's turning on the borders.
Brennan Browning diving, not making the catch. Home. And he's going to be stopped at first base.
He runs through the stop sign. And he's thrown out at home.
And he's out at home. And so Coach Lane Berry was holding him up.
Uh-oh.
He was holding him up. And Coach Garrett Bach out, and he's not happy about Braylon Bishop pushing his catcher. And so both teams standing outside their dugout. We're done here in the bottom of the third, and after one hit for the Razorbacks, there's no runners left on. And so we're going to go to a short commercial break, but we'll be back. The Razorbacks do lead 1-0 after 3. We'll be back with more Texarkana Game Day baseball.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield, we're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
If you're looking for authentic Cajun-style meats prepared and ready to cook and take home, look no further than Lanyard Specialty Meats. We here at Lanyard Specialty Meats select nothing but premium meats, and we season it to perfection so that you'll have all of Acadiana flavor here in your own home. Come by Lanyard Specialty Meats for all your tailgating needs for this football season or hunting season. Remember, Lanyard Specialty Meats.
Lanyards is an official sponsor and proud supporter of Texarkana Game Day.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Welcome back to Texarkana Game Day Baseball. We're live here at Arkansas High School, and it's getting a little chippy.
That's
you know
right.
what? Hey, I think they're selling tickets for half price, and if they are, you better get down here. Both benches cleared for just a couple seconds, and Coach Garrett Bach from Lakeside had to be ushered back in the dugout. One fan has been thrown out, and so both sides are on their feet. Both teams are on their feet. All of the fans are yelling back and forth at each other, so get out here if you're in town. And if you're not in town, make sure you text somebody and tell them to tune in, because not sure yet what is going to happen, but we got a great baseball game going on as well. And so second pitch to number 10, Will Ross, hammered foul down the third base line. And so the Razorbacks do lead 1-0 as we enter the top of the fourth inning. And so I'm glad we did not have our crowd mic on during the last commercial. And things are getting interesting and fun.
That's right.
That's what I'm going to say.
Braylon's got the Rice smile on the mound.
That's right. And so 1-1 count to Will Ross. Here's the fastball to him, and it's going to hit him in the leg. And that's going to draw the first base runner of the fourth inning for the Lakeside Rams. And so Braylon Bishop hits him in the leg, Will Ross, and so he'll trot down to first base. And so we've got more people tuning in. Make sure you share this post. This right here, I believe, by the end of the game is going to be one you are glad that you watched. And so the Hogs do lead 1-0 here in the top of the fourth. A runner on first for the Rams. That's going to bring up Chase Tittle to the plate, another freshman for the Rams. Want to make sure we give a shout out to Merritt Giles. He says, "Woo Pig." He's cheering on his Razorbacks, watching live on Texarkana Game Day. Braylon Bishop on the mound. 2 balls and no strikes to Tittle.
What's up, man?
If that wasn't Bishop, they wouldn't even be
And
crying.
so,
That's right. Well,
Put the headset on, Mondo.
2-0 count
that was the
to Tittle.
That was the infamous Mondo Berry.
I was trying to cover your mic up to me. I didn't know what was going to be said there.
No. He's a friend of the show.
And so the 3-0 pitch and draws another walk for the Rams. Chase Tittle trots down to second base, and if you can't tell from our live mic, it looks like Coach Berry is going to go to the bullpen Braylon Bishop wanting to stay on the mound, but he's not going to. Coach is calling to the bullpen to see if they're ready. It looks like he may keep him in for just a second. No one coming out of the bullpen, but they are warming up. And so the Lakeside Rams will call their base runners over and have a chat with Coach Garrett Bach. And so while we've got a break, let's go back to my wife's car.
Okay,
I don't want to sound like a terrible husband live on the air, even though I may be.
See,
but
based on what little information I had there, I assumed that something drastic
my wife,
had happened. You
okay,
went to
I'm
her
going
work,
to give you the full
sold her car
backstory
and said you can't come
Here,
home.
No, absolutely. Now you're making up stuff. My wife finished pharmacy school yesterday.
Okay.
Her last day. She wanted to get a new car after pharmacy school, which very well deserving. And she was finished yesterday, and actually one of the game day employees, Ronald, he posted this morning and said he was looking for a car. And so I saw an opportunity and took an opportunity. So I texted him and said, hey, man, I got a great car. The maintenance been kept up with it. It's good car. I said, hey, man, here's what I want. He came by and looked at it, test drove it, and said, here's some cash.
Really?
So tomorrow we're going to go get my wife a new car. She deserves it. So congratulations to her for graduating from pharmacy school. But we're back to the baseball game now. There's going to be a fantastic bunt laid down, and there's not going to be a play.
Oh,
there will be a play.
He still got it.
He's going to be called out at first base. He double pumped it. It was a close play over at first base. I do think he was out. And so Braylon Bishop scooped it up and was trying to throw it. Yeah, his catcher bumped into him while he was trying to throw, so he had to double clutch it there.
That's good news for everybody. I'm glad Ron's got a car. I'm glad we ain't got to pick him up anymore.
Absolutely. He's got one, man, and he made it to Little Rock for soccer practice today.
That is awesome. If you aren't familiar, one of our
all
cameramen.
brought to you by Shelter Insurance, Brian Bolt Agency. No, I'm just kidding. He lives on the Texas side. So, all right, so that was the first out of the inning. A runner on second and third for the Razorbacks. A belt-high strike called for strike number one.
Brock Prince, who grounded out to shortstop his first time up.
Next breaking ball, not quite going to break into the strike zone. Going to even up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Braylon's got himself in a small pickle here, but his stuff could get him out of it.
He will say the check swing did go. That's going to be strike number 2 to Prince.
It's a big out here. If he can get Prince striking out here, he's got a chance to get out of this inning with no damage done.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes to the 9-hole hitter. This one going to be low and outside to Brock Prince. It's going to even the count up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Megan Brown, who we had on the show earlier, we're going to have to make sure it's her last time on the show. She's commenting on our live feed that my wife needs a Range Rover.
What?
Yeah. And so he check swings again, and he's going to be called out. And so things getting a little chippy around here. Braylon Bishop looking in the dugout, shaking his head as he strikes out the second one. And so 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning as the leadoff hitter for the Rams, Brennan Browning, comes to the plate. A runner is on second and third for the Rams, so a base hit would score 2. First pitch to Browning. In there for strike number 1. Braylon Bishop rearing back and throwing that fastball.
Do we have a velocity reading there?
We do not.
I bet this iPhone can
Hunter
handle that.
Cornelison, excuse me, he is tuning in. He's another Shelter Insurance agent over in Brinkley, Arkansas. He said he needs a Range Rover as well. So, second breaking ball in there for strike number 2, and so the Rams down to their last strike of the inning with 2 guys in running position. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be in the dirt for ball number 1.
I think if Braylon can get him swinging here, we're going to see some emotion from this Arkansas crowd.
Yeah, we may see it from the crowd and the players. We need to make sure the umpires keep this under control. But 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Here comes that curveball. We got timeout.
And time's going to be called at the plate. And Megan Brown did comment back on there. I do apologize. You were a great guest, and I did not mean that we were not going to have you on there. So,
what'd you do? I'm sorry.
I said we shouldn't have her back on here for saying that my wife needed a Range Rover.
Oh, okay.
And so we are going to have her back on here. She was a great guest.
They were both wonderful guests.
Absolutely,
I'm
all of our guests were.
very intrigued by this idea of children, a self-contained government type thing.
A lot of new stuff going on the Arkansas side. Big things.
We're going to live stream those debates.
That's right.
Talking about lollipops and ice cream
and so Brennan Browning
puppy dogs.
Fouls one off of his foot.
I'm trying to lighten the mood.
And so that's going to
got
bring the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Got some tension here.
2 men in running position and 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch from Bishop.
Swung on and missed.
Swung on and missed.
He's smiling at the dugout. Yes, sir.
And so the Razorbacks.
We're all into it now.
Coming off the field, and they're hyped up. And so after the top half, there's no hits, 2 runners left on, and no one scored for the for the Rams. As we finish the top half of the 4th inning here. Brady Arnold trots back out for the Rams. Our score here at Arkansas High School, Razorbacks 1, the Rams 0 right now. A great baseball game we've got going on, and it got chippy last inning. All of the fans are into it right now, and they're having a great time. Can we get this guy over here and get a shot of this Arkansas flag? You know, you said you had never seen one. Can we get him over here between innings and just let him wave the flag? Can we go to commercial with that shot?
Well, it just depends on how long we stay on the flag, because at first glance, it's going to alienate half of our viewers.
It is not. Come on.
Got me nervous, too. I'm going to stand up for the rest of this one, Brian, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to stand up a little bit, too. I'm getting a little.
My back, I'm too old for this. What do you think so far, Brian? This has been a fun game to watch.
I think it's going to be a great game. We're only halfway through it, and so.
It's going to bring up Big Ty Wade.
Absolutely.
Struck out swinging his first time up, but you know what? And Brian's going to lay out on me for just a minute and go talk to the Arkansas flag kid. So, again, we're headed to the bottom of the 4th. Arkansas High leads 1-0. Ty Wade is coming to the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat, but as we've seen in our previous broadcast here, he's got a ton of power. He can hit. Kid's committed to play baseball at the University of Arkansas, currently number one in the country. And the first pitch to Wade is a curveball in there for a strike.
Nice pitch. So I went over and told the flag guy after 3 outs, make sure he waves it a lot over there.
Okay.
We were going to see if we might can get a shot of it. And no one's going to think badly of it. This one going to be in the gap. Peyton Ballard over and can't make the play. That's going to be the second hit of the night for the Razorbacks. It's going to be in the gap between the shortstop and third baseman, and the leadoff man, Ty Wade, is on with his first hit of the night, going to bring up Jackson Harris.
You know, Brian, I haven't done this all year. I'm going to call a home run.
Oh, wow.
Right here from Jackson Harris.
Okay.
I'm putting in the call. Going to have a pinch runner, it looks like.
Man, I made a great choice by bringing this sweet tea today.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I took a drink of it earlier. I thought it was water and spit it out.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't take a drink of your sweet tea, Brian.
But it's made with Splenda, so it's healthier for you.
Old gullible Bolt over here. I like him, though. Nice guy. Speaking of that, while we got a break in the action, if insurance needs here on the Arkansas side of town, go see Brian Bolt.
Absolutely. Auto, home, life, business needs, we'll supply it all.
He's got dozens of cars apparently just lying around if you need one.
Yeah, I'm insurance poor for sure. But yeah, any of your insurance needs, if you live anywhere in the state of Arkansas, give us a shout. We're at 4010 Jefferson Avenue. I've got myself and another agent that works under me, and she has got a lot of insurance experience as well, and so give us a call, 870-772-0313. We'd love to help you out if you live anywhere in the state of Arkansas with your insurance needs. So runner goes, the throw down.
Another great
time,
throw. Whoa.
And they're going to say that there was no tag applied, and he is going to be safe at second base. So with no outs. And Jackson Harris, one of the best hitters on the team, at the plate with a 2-0 count. There is a runner in scoring position for the Razorbacks.
And Jackson Harris is in a hitter's count.
Absolutely. He's ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes.
Gonna look to do some damage with this pitch.
The 2-0 pitch.
And
he lays down a beautiful bunt. He's going to be safe at third, and he's going to be out at first. And so what a great job and a great call by Coach Barry. And so the runner for the Razorbacks will advance to third base. There's 1 out, and that's going to bring up number 20, the first baseman, Darby Sawyer.
And that is about as far away from a home run as you can get. My call was
So you owe me $20. Is that what you said?
Something like that, yeah. It's going to bring up Darby Sawyer, who he laid down a sacrifice bunt his last time up. He's going to take the first pitch low in the dirt.
First fastball below the knees for ball number 1. The Razorbacks do have a runner in scoring position.
Just about anything in play will score a run here.
So Brady Arnold, the freshman, he throws one, and it's fouled over to the home dugout. It's going to even the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike for first baseman Darby Sawyer for the Razorbacks. Make sure you comment and let us know where you're watching from, who your favorite player is. We appreciate you for tuning in here on Texarkana Game Day.
That's something we haven't seen all year either, is a suicide squeeze.
Absolutely. And Coach Bach over asking if it was low.
Whoa.
So this one over to first base. He's going to come home with it. And the throw is high, but he will tag him. The throw a little high from Ethan Rogers, the first baseman, and he tags him in the chest, and they're going to say that he is out at home. And so 2 outs, and Darby Sawyer stands down at first base, and that's going to bring up number 3, Luke Paxton.
Luke struck out looking his first time up.
His first fastball high for ball number 1. Looks like the school resource officer going to have to escort an Arkansas High fan out now who has come over to the Lakeside part of the ballpark. And that one, a bunt that was going to be laid down by Paxton, is foul.
Big game here.
Absolutely.
Crowd's interested. Tight game.
Absolutely.
Get a little bit chippy. No, it's fun as long as we don't get too serious with it.
That's right. Just a little mouthing going on. Never hurt anyone. So 1-1 to Luke Paxton. 2 outs. He swung on this one and fouls it to the backstop. And so 1 ball and 2 strikes to Paxton. There is 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Luke does not get cheated on the swings, does he?
No, he doesn't. So the Razorbacks do lead 1-0 and have a runner on first base. The 1-2 pitch. The runner goes. Swung on and missed for out number 3. And that's going to be it for the Razorbacks here in the 4th inning. We've got a good game going on, so get over here to Arkansas High School if you're in town. If not, make sure you share this so everyone can tune in. We're going to be back for the top of the 5th inning in a close game between the Rams and the Hogs here on Texarkana Game Day.
If you're looking for authentic Cajun-style meats prepared and ready to cook and take home, look no further than Lanyard Specialty Meats. We here at Lanyard Specialty Meats select nothing but premium meats, and we season it to perfection so that you'll have all of Acadiana flavor here in your own home. Come by Lanyard Specialty Meats for all your tailgating needs for this football season or hunting season. Remember, Lanyap Specialty Meats.
Lanyops is an official sponsor and proud supporter of Texarkana Game Day.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Texarkana Game Day Baseball. I'm Brian Bolt and Frank Sides. We're here at Arkansas High School for some 5A baseball. The visiting Lakeside Rams here at Razorback Field playing against your hometown Arkansas High Razorbacks. The Razorbacks do lead 1-0 as we enter the top of the 5th inning here in Texarkana, Arkansas. We appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you comment in the live feed. Let us know where you're watching from and who your favorite player is. Make sure you go over and like Texarkana Game Day's Facebook page. Also go to the App Store. There's a new Texarkana Game Day app. We want to make sure that you download that because it is pretty amazing. Want to make sure that we also thank State Bank for being a great sponsor of Texarkana Game Day.
Hopefully Jay Davis is watching.
And also Tony Langford Roofing. Had a bunch of storms over the last few weeks, and call Tony if you need.
I love it.
If you need a roof. And so we appreciate all of our sponsors. Brady Arnold will pop out to the pitcher, Braylon Bishop, for out number 1 here in the top of the 5th.
Braylon didn't have to go very far for that one, did he? Didn't get to show off that elite.
That's going to bring
center
up
field defense there.
Shortstop Peyton Ballard.
Ooh.
This breaking ball going to catch him on the leg, and he's going to trot down to first base. That'll be the 4th hit by pitch for the Rams today.
And all 4 on curveballs, so no intent there. Just coming out of the hand a little early, a little late. Everything good over there, Bull?
Yeah, I'm just eavesdropping.
We can get a camera over there for you.
So 1 out and a runner on first. That's going to bring up Ethan Savella, who is a power hitter for the Rams. Big kid. If he gets a hold of one, it usually goes a long ways. Braylon Bishop still on the mound for the Hogs.
He shakes off the first pitch.
Short delivery by Bishop. Catches him off guard for strike number 1. Going to bring the count to 1 ball and 1 strike to Ethan Savella. That's going to be low and outside for ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. This one swung on and popped.
That's somebody's ride. Ooh. And you hear the crowd go, ooh. A black Chevrolet hooked to a trailer out there takes one off the windshield. Just kidding, Cam. You know, I've just noticed the Lakeside Rams don't have a hit tonight.
No, they're struggling right now for sure. The last game they didn't have many hits. And so that comes with having such a young team as well. And so lots of struggles. Maybe you got young guys.
But 8 base runners through 5 innings with no hits.
And so here in the top of the 5th, Braylon Bishop going to throw over and check the runner, Peyton Ballard, at first base. 1 out here for the Rams.
Jealous of all this attention my counterpart's getting here. Fans just walking up, giving him hugs, and
I'm gonna make sure we get him live on the air next game. So here's one driven out into left field. Ryan Wardlaw under it, and he'll make the catch. Peyton Ballard scrambles back to first base.
How about that?
Looks like Ethan Savella just missed that. Curveball didn't spin as much as Braylon would have liked. It stayed up in the zone, and Ethan turned on it, but wasn't able to get enough of it to get it out of here. So
Ryan Wardlaw makes the catch. That's going to be 2 outs here in the top of the 5th with a runner on first for the Rams, and that's going to bring up Andrew Cox. He's going to take the first fastball outside for strike number 1.
And Andrew struck out in the first inning. And Weekly grounds it out to the catcher in his last at bat in the 3rd inning. So he's 0 for 2.
So Peyton Ballard, the runner on first base, 2 outs for the Rams. Bishop goes to the plate. This one going to be off the shin guard. And Ballard will make his way to second base. He will be stopped there. Close game going on here at Arkansas High. The Razorbacks do lead the Rams 1-0. They scored 1 run back in the 3rd. We're here in the top of the 5th. The score is still 1-0 in favor of the Hogs. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Andrew Cox, the OBU commit. This breaking ball is high for ball number 2.
That is Ouachita Baptist.
That is Ouachita Baptist. The 2-1 pitch from Braylon Bishop. A fastball high for ball number 3. I did want to correct you on something earlier.
Okay.
You said Arkansas University is the University of Arkansas.
Okay.
Some universities go by their name followed by university. It is one of the only, one of the few that is the University of.
I'll allow it on this side of town.
A breaking ball going to be called outside for ball number 4. And so
Coach
Cox
Shears
will trot down to first base.
Coach
the
Shears
Rams.
not real sure about that, but
yeah, he didn't like it. I told you earlier in the game this guy's inconsistent.
That's right.
So, nonetheless,
let it be known Brian Bolt is questioning the umpire's skill set here tonight on air.
So first fastball high for ball number 1.
I'm messing with him. He is right. Some calls aren't going both ways. That can be a problem down the road.
Look, we've got people commenting wanting to see the flag. See, I told you.
We'll show them the American flag.
There's not one up today.
I was wondering about that. We were all standing there saluting.
They didn't put the flags out. I'm not sure if someone forgot or what exactly happened, but the flags are not out. And so 2 balls and no strikes to Will Ross. He's going to drive one down. And here comes Ballard. Ballard's going to score. Cox is around. He's coming to third base. It's going to be a close play. He's going to be safe. He's called out.
Oh!
He's going to be called out at third base. I know we don't have replay, even though it was in the favor of the Hogs. That was not a good call. But nonetheless, he is out, and the run will score. And so we've got a tie ball game, 1-1 here at Arkansas High, home of the Razorbacks.
Brian,
man, we've got a great game.
That was not a very good call.
No, I told you. And Coach Garrett Bach is going to go out and talk with him.
Just seconds before chastising you for going in on the umps, I got to do it myself. He was clearly safe, but that's all right.
Absolutely. And so just like the play at home earlier when he was called out because he tagged him in the chest.
Braylon was safe at home earlier.
Absolutely. And so, but nonetheless, the fans get fired up, and we've got a tie ball game.
We do. That ball was hit really well.
Absolutely.
Can you name this tune? Is this before your time?
In it Paradise City?
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know who's singing it, but
yes, you do.
I just got a text from Bruce Orr. He is the assistant superintendent at Lakeside. He said that we are streaming on Twitter.
Really?
And so we want to make sure that we give a shout out to all of the folks from Lakeside who are tuning in tonight, as well as in Arkansas. And so if you do, make sure you go over and give Texarkana Game Day a like and a share.
Right. We appreciate
also,
you watching.
download the new app that they've got. It's free to everyone. Coach Garrett Bach coming back into the dugout didn't get the answer that he'd like from the field umpire, but nonetheless, he was out, and we move on to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Whole team, ain't it? Yeah. You're the baseball coach, aren't you? Bang Bang playing third. Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
That's going to bring up Jackson Ty to lead it off for the Hogs in the bottom half of the 5th here. Jackson struck out in his first at bat, looking to get something going here for the home team. Again, Jackson Ty is up for his second at bat. Brady Arnold still on the mound for Lakeside. First pitch is low for a ball. There you go. Had to cut you there for a second.
That's it. And so we got a ball game going on.
Wasn't real sure how colorful this young man's language was going to be into that mic, so
you never know.
Had to turn it down for just a minute.
You never know. Who we got up here? This is
Jackson Ty.
Jackson Ty
leading things
the
off.
designated hitter tonight for the Razorbacks, and not only has the game gotten chippy outside of the fence, gotten a little chippy on the inside, and we've got a ball game, a tie ball game here going on at Razorback Field. This one going to be popped up to the first baseman, and Ethan Rogers, the first baseman for the Rams, will make the play for out number 1. That's going to bring up Danny McWilliams, the second baseman for the Arkansas Razorbacks.
And Danny scored the lone run for Arkansas High tonight. He took a walk, stole second base, and scored on Braylon Bishop's triple. And he tried to stretch into a home run unsuccessfully.
I want to give a shout out to Rick McLaughlin and Bruce Orr, both tuning in from Lakeside, some of their great administrators. Also, congratulations to Rick McLaughlin on his retirement. Been in the education for a long time. Congratulations to him, a stand-up guy.
Congratulations, Rick.
Yep,
Do expect to see some submitted videos, show some improvements in your golf game.
Much respect for those guys up there, and congratulations, and hope he gets to do everything that he wants to do with his retirement.
That's right.
So that one going to be fouled out of play for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch is going to be check swung on and fouled to the backstop by number 4, Danny McWilliams. So with 1 out, no runners on for the Razorbacks and 2 strikes to the second baseman, Danny McWilliams.
Got to give him props, the scoreboard operators on his game tonight, Brian.
Absolutely. You know, it only took us to the last game
Haven't
of the
heard
season.
you complain about it once, so all is well on
the
that
0-2 pitch low in the dirt for ball number 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to McWilliams.
Not sure we can say the same thing about the girls' scoreboard. It's hard to believe they got 14 hits and no runs.
It's hard to find good free help, okay? That's why we're on here commentating. Here's one down the third base line, but it will be foul. Would have been a base hit if it was a couple feet.
Hard to imagine 14 hits and no runs. What do you think?
That is amazing if it has happened the way they're
Talk about
scoreboard.
sequencing.
Yeah.
Some nice plays from the outfielders, I assume. All right, back to our action. It's 1-2 for the freshman Brady Arnold into Danny McWilliams, and this pitch is going to sail to the backstop.
Trying to throw a breaking ball there, and it hangs on him, and it comes to the backstop, and that's going to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to second baseman Danny McWilliams for the Hogs. I want to make sure we give a shout out to Gregor Auto Collections. If you're looking for a new vehicle, make sure you check them out online or at one of their local dealerships. They've got dealerships everywhere, and they sell cars and boats and trucks, used vehicles, new vehicles, all kinds of stuff. So
That's right.
Make sure you visit Gregor Auto Collections online.
Bolt says, "Do as I say, not as I do."
Absolutely. They don't. They probably got them online. Danny Mack fouls another one over the backstop.
Be good.
And right beside a nice Ford.
That's right.
That's got a Cardinals license plate, so it should have went ahead and put it in.
Every time a player hits a foul ball, you'll see us kind of lay out for a minute, all making sure it's not our trucks.
I
getting
park
hit.
a long ways away. So Danny McWilliams, full count to him. Here's the payoff pitch. It's going to be low for ball number 4, and he's going to take his base. So with 1 out, the Razorbacks and the Rams tied here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Brian Cam told me to tell you you can park wherever you like when you choose not to help set up and unload, right? He just walks home. He's across the street.
Yeah.
Strolling in 3 minutes before air.
When I get paid, I'll come and now look, I did offer to come and help
I'm
you
messing
today.
with you, Brian. You do plenty. You're doing.
I did offer to come and help today.
You are as prepared as anyone I've ever seen.
So I tried to play golf this afternoon, and so I played 2 holes and quit. It was awful.
Were you playing poorly or just?
Absolutely. I play poorly anyways, but it was extra poorly.
I'm going to come out there with you next week.
It was poorly-er.
Who do you play with?
Just some buddies around here.
Okay.
I don't think any that you would know.
I need to get, intertwined with these folks. And
Number 7, Ryan Wardlaw, the left fielder for the Hogs at the plate. He's going to ground one to the third baseman. Going to be scooped up by Will Ross out at first base, safe at first. Excuse me, out at second base, safe at first. And so Wardlaw will get on first base. Will Ross, the third baseman, did make the play over to second. They tried to turn 2, not in time. So with 2 outs. Though. 2 outs and a runner on first for the Razorbacks. Going to bring up the one-hole hitter, Graydon Martin, for the Hogs.
Graydon Martin walked his first at bat, got caught stealing second base, and struck out swinging at his last at bat. He's 1 for 2. And that ball's put in the
and it's in the
right
gap,
field
and
for a
Graydon
single.
Martin will have a single. He'll stop at first base.
That's going to bring up.
And Wardlaw will stop at second. That's going to bring up Braylon Bishop to the plate.
He heads to the plate with a little grin on his face, knowing he's got a chance to do some more damage here.
And so 2 outs. Our score tied 1-1. The Arkansas Razorbacks here in the bottom of the 5th.
And this will
have
be
a
the
runner on first and
third
second.
look at our freshman pitcher for Braylon, so I suspect he's going to get a good swing on something here.
And if Braylon Bishop can get on base here, even if it's just a single and doesn't score a run, Ty Wade, who is hot right now, is coming up behind him. And so a good place to be if you're the Razorbacks. First pitch to him is high for ball number 1. One ball and no strikes. And this one's going to be driven down the first base line by Braylon Bishop, but it will be foul. So that will even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike to Bishop. The Hogs do have a runner on first and second, but there are 2 outs.
They turn on inside fastball there. Just got to.
Ty Wade awaits on deck for the Razorbacks. Here's one up the middle. The Razorbacks will score 1 run. Ryan Wardlaw comes around. He will score. The throw home will be cut off by the first baseman at the mound. And the Razorbacks, on that hit from Braylon Bishop up the middle, will take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. So Graydon Martin stands on third base. Braylon Bishop.
Was that Danny McWilliams that scored? I believe so, yes.
I think it was Ryan Wardlaw.
Ryan Wardlaw. That's right, yes.
And so Braylon Bishop on first, Graydon Martin on third, and that's going to bring up Ty Wade.
Ooh.
And a good situation here for the Razorbacks. This off-speed pitch going to be thrown in the dirt. Bishop will advance to second base.
That's right. Ty struck out in his first at bat, but came back in the 4th inning and lined a single into left field. With pinch ran 4.
We'll make sure we give another shout out to the boys track team. They are conference champions once again this year. Lots of championships here at Arkansas High. This one fouled by Wade. Back over and hits another car.
Well, that was a direct hit, too. It's a security car, so TASD Security. We appreciate you being out here tonight, keeping things
under control.
Yeah, but you're going to
at
have to drive
at
home
least so far
with a trash bag for a right front window.
The 1-1 pitch. This one fouled opposite of where he just fouled the other one, down the third baseline this time. Coach Berry will trot down and pick that one up.
And that call was right in front of my truck, too, so.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Thank you, TASD Security.
To Ty Wade with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Razorbacks lead 2-1 over the Rams.
This is a big at bat for our pitcher, Brady Arnold.
Here's the pitch
and
to
he
him,
gets him
swung
swinging.
on and missed. And so the Rams get out of the inning before too much damage is done. But 1 run does score. 2 hits, 1 run score, and 2 men left on for the Razorbacks. But they do take the lead 2-1 over the Lakeside Rams. We'll be back in a great ball game here at Arkansas High after this.
How do you measure success? In points? points, in wins, or trophies. At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Texarkana Game Day Baseball. We appreciate you for tuning in. I'm Brian Bolton, joined by Frank Sides. We are live here with some local baseball action. We're here on the Arkansas side of Texarkana today, home of the Arkansas High Razorbacks. They've got a new pitcher coming in the game. I'll have to get a name on that one for you. And so he is, let me flip over to my roster real quick, see who we've got on the mound for the Razorbacks. Not sure I have a roster for the Razorbacks. I got one for every other team. Let's see here. Yeah. All right, we're back. I did have to ask someone who the new pitcher was. Braylon Bishop goes out to center field. Luke Paxton will head over to left field, and Ryan Wardlaw to right field. And that is going to put Scott Trumbull on the mound. I remembered his last name but couldn't remember his first. And so we've got Scott Trumbull, who has done a good job for the Razorbacks this season as well. We've seen him close a few games. Actually saw him start one game as well. And so he is does a great job for the Razorbacks. Did you get my peanut M&Ms?
They don't carry them anymore.
Are you kidding me?
That's right.
What? Who doesn't carry peanut M&Ms?
They said Brian Bolt quit buying them.
Well, I have been trying to eat better, but
Again, Miss Bolt, if you're listening.
I'm hungry.
He's out here trying to eat M&Ms.
I'm hangry.
Selling your car out from underneath it.
That's right.
It's a wild day.
If you're just now joining us, we are at Arkansas High live at Razorback Field. The Razorbacks lead 2-1 over the conference rival Lakeside Rams.
Who do we have in the pitch here, Brian?
We've got Scott Trumbull, who is coming in for the Razorbacks. We've got some outfield changes. Luke Paxton over to left field where he normally plays. Ryan Wardlaw to right field. And Braylon Bishop back out in center. First fastball from Trumbull high for ball number 1. This is going to be number 9, Chase Tittle.
Chase has reached base twice tonight via the walk.
Chase is a freshman, a great kid, and a great baseball player. His brother, Race Tittle, plays for University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. He's a pitcher for them. Great family and great kids.
You said Race?
Race and
R-A-C.
Race and Chase. That's it.
I like that.
That's it. So 1-1 count to Tittle. This breaking ball going to be in the dirt for ball number 2. And so we are here in the top of the 6th. The Razorbacks lead the Rams 2-1. The leadoff man of the inning, Chase Tittle, the designated hitter tonight, stands at the plate. And he's got a 3-1 count as the leadoff batter for the Rams this inning.
So I've noticed, Brian, when I was in high school, there weren't a whole lot of breaking balls, but every pitcher I've seen this year is throwing them pretty consistently.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I wonder what's changed over the last 16, 17 years.
Competition. You got to do what you can do to get an arm up on the competition. So, of course, the breaking ball's being thrown. The next one for strike number 2, the payoff pitch in the dirt for ball number 4. So Tittle will trot down to first base and draw the walk from Trumbull.
3 plate appearances, 3 walks for Chase Tittle.
So that's going to bring up the 8-hole hitter, the first baseman, number 36, Ethan Rogers.
Last at bat, Ethan sacrificed Chase Tittle over, and they weren't able to get him home.
So Trumbull's first pitch in the dirt. Rogers squares around a bunt but pulls it back, and so that'll be ball number 1. I want to make sure we give a big shout out to Texarkana Physical Therapy. We appreciate them for being a sponsor of Texarkana Game Day. We appreciate all of our sponsors tonight. We make sure that we get everyone named. Try to do that when you are up on the screen. So this one's going to be bunted back to the pitcher. He's going to go to second, and it's not going to be in time.
Whoa.
It is in time. I'm going to just quit calling them from here.
Yeah, wow, all right.
These some of these calls are
questionable. How about that?
They're questionable, yeah, absolutely. And so that one goes for the Razorbacks, and so that'll be out number 1 of the inning. And so that will have Ethan Rogers standing at first. That's going to bring up Brock Prince, the 9-hole hitter, and he'll take the first fastball for strike number 1.
All righty, I guess what we'll start doing now is just listing every NFL draft pick of the second round as it comes through. You okay with that?
I mean, you're really the boss here, so.
I'm joking about that.
You tell me what you want. And
No. Only if the Cowboys make a selection while we're on air.
Eesh.
I can't help it, Brian. That's where we are, where we were born. If you were born on the Texas side of things, you'd be a Cowboy fan. There's a ball lined into the right field gap there between first and second base. That's going to be Brock Prince with the single to right field. So the Lakeside Rams have a little something going here on the top of the 6th.
That's right. I do want to take, while we've got a break, there is going to be a runner coming in. I do want to take the chance to congratulate the new athletic director up at Lakeside, Mr. Darren Landry. He was the high school principal.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to continue to do both or just one. But so I hear from a great source that he bought a new boat.
Okay.
I hear it's a big one. And they wanted me to make sure that everyone down here understood why he couldn't be at the game today, because he was out big timing on the lake there in Hot Springs. And so just want to give a big shout out to him. Congratulations on the new job and the new boat.
Mm-hmm.
So
congratulations on the boat.
Yeah,
sir.
Absolutely.
Let us know in a few months when you're upside down on that thing and you regret that purchase.
Hey, he's the AD, man. He's making the big money. He's making the big money. So that throw going to be over to second base. And the runner for the Rams will be back in safe. The runner over there is going to be Kyler Wolf.
And I'm obviously joking
Number
about
29.
That. Perfect time
Kyler
of the year
Wolf.
to buy a boat.
I guess. But
do you insure boats? Get him on the horn.
I do.
You got him on the hook right now.
Absolutely.
You've got his attention, sir.
That's right. That's right.
I can give you a few minutes to go take care of that policy down the road.
So a runner on first and second, one out.
For
here
Brennan
for the Rams.
Browning.
Brennan Browning. And if he gets a hold of one, it's going to go somewhere. A breaking ball on the outside corner called for.
And Brennan's having a tough night tonight. He's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks.
Mr. Landry says that I'm killing him. That's for sharing the video of me breaking my foot when I worked for you all around to everyone.
Mr. Brown.
And so we appreciate everyone tuning in, whether you're from Lakeside or Hot Springs. We are.
Was it a boat or a yacht?
How big is this? Probably with Mr. Landry, I'm sure he bought a yacht. You know, he's big time. And so this one going to be fouled by Browning out of play.
Kids over there. Oof, all right.
And all of the adults ran instead of catching it from the kids, great role models, but nonetheless.
Kids were oblivious over there, though, so had it hit one of them atop the head, they may not have felt it.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brennan Browning here in the top of the 6th inning. The Razorbacks do lead 2-1, but the Rams got something going here. They got a runner on first and second with 1 out, and Browning, one of their best hitters, standing at the plate. Kyler Wolf can move pretty good, so if there's a base hit, more than likely he's going to score. This one is going to
play.
Everybody's going to be safe.
Put it in his pocket there.
Hit deep into the hole. Jackson Harris did go over.
Lakeside Rams have the bases loaded with the meat of the order coming up, Brian.
Jackson Harris gets over to the hole and makes the stop, but could not get his feet under him on that wet grass to throw it to either base.
It's going to bring up the left-handed hitting Brady Arnold.
There are bases loaded, and Brady Arnold, the pitcher, freshman pitcher,
big spot.
He can hit as well, and so he is at the plate. The infield moves in. The play will be at home, and so here's the first pitch to him. It's going to get away from the catcher, but no run is going to score. Quickly, Graydon Martin gets over onto that one. And so if you're watching, go to our live feed and give us a shout out. Let us know where you're watching from and who your favorite player is. Doesn't matter which team it's for. We'll give them a shout out. And it's a great atmosphere here. Not an empty seat. If it is, it's because everyone's standing. Coach Berry's going to call time and go out and visit with his pitcher. This is a big-time situation here. Coach Bach's going to call his base runners over so that he can discuss the situation as well. Got two quality baseball teams playing here on a great Friday night.
Good baseball.
And it is a one-run game here on the top of the sixth. And so they're playing for possibly the 1, 2, 3 seed, how everything shakes out here. And so a lot on the line for a young Lakeside Ram team and an experienced Arkansas Razorback team. So two completely different teams from two completely different areas in a very tight game right here.
While they're on the screen, we got a shout out to one of our sponsors, Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, if you aren't familiar with what that is, head down to the Easy Mart. Grab your one right now. It's delicious. Will change your world. And the app. Texarkana Game Day app available in the App Store.
Texarkana Game Day app.
Download it. It's free.
We were hoping Cam was going to put it on the screen, but he's over. I don't know if he's Facebooking or what he's doing. I don't know. He's Tinder. He's on Tinder over here. And so
easy. Sweet Ginger's watching. Cam is he's been in a committed, healthy, and happy relationship for the better part of 13 years.
Why are you handing him $5 for saying that?
Yeah, Sweet Ginger, his wife, allows him to be with us here in the evenings while cooking a fantastic, healthy dinner that he refuses to eat when he gets home. But
we are back. We got action starting back here. And a breaking ball right across the knees for strike number one. Going to bring our count 1 ball and 1 strike with Brady Arnold at the plate. The Lakeside Rams have the bases loaded with 1 out. So anything into the outfield more than likely will score 2 runs unless it's hit to Braylon Bishop.
Does Braylon have an arm out there at center?
Absolutely. And so time is called by Arnold in the box. So a huge chance for the Rams here. And
this is a big time at bat here. This is probably the highest leverage situation of the game so far. The 1-1 pitch is going to stay a little high.
That's going to bring it to 2 balls and 1 strike to pitcher Brady Arnold.
Do you like the umpire's New Balances there? Cam's our resident shoe expert.
Well, those are plate shoes. They've got a plate on the front in case he takes a ball off. Those are not jogging.
Dude, are they?
Those are not joggers.
I thought that was like part of the shin guards. That's headed towards
next
the softball
fastball
field.
Going to be fouled off for strike number 2, and so the count's even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brady Arnold. A huge chance for the Rams here to tie the ball game or take the lead. Bases are loaded. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Scott Trumbull on the mound for the Razorbacks. The 2-2 pitch to the plate. Swung on, and it's going to be down. They're going to score 1. They could possibly score 2. The tying run is going to be held up. No, it's not. He's going to be safe. He stopped halfway from third base home, and then he decided to come on in, and he's going to score. The Rams will take the lead just like that. Brady Arnold, the freshman pitcher. How clutch is that for a freshman?
Very, very clutch.
He lines one out into right field.
And who was that? That was Brock Prince. Ran through a stop sign, but the throw was a little offline, so he was able to score the go-ahead run. So just like that, Lakeside is on top 3-2 here in the top of the 6th. And the number 3 hitter, Peyton Ballard, is going to come to the plate with the runner in scoring position.
And so the Rams take the lead, 3 runs to 2 over the Razorbacks, and Coach Berry is going to call time. He's going to come out and talk to Trumbull. And the Ram fans are excited right now. How many times has it shifted back and forth? I mean, what a ball game.
Yeah.
Each side have has been excited at different times throughout the game. And so Trumbull, that's going to do it for Trumbull tonight. There's going to be a new pitcher come out of the bullpen for the Razorbacks. So while they do that,
got the game day app on the screen here. If we hadn't mentioned that yet.
Yeah,
tonight.
he wants to talk about the game day app now. And so, Frank, talk about a little bit about that while I get all my numbers in order.
All righty. Go to the App Store and download the Texarkana Game Day app. It features scores, highlights, videos, articles, player profiles, rosters, all the news, all the latest updates. And if you like, you can subscribe to the push notifications so you get notified if something big happens in the area. Like last night, for instance, the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks in their bi-district playoff game, Brian.
Yeah.
We're down 3 runs with 2 outs and hit a walk-off grand slam.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
So we got a push notification for that and the video to follow shortly. Stuff like that is reasons to tune in to the app, and as we live stream, that'll be on the app as well. So everything's headed that direction. It's going to be really, really, really big for us, big for the athletes here in Texarkana. We're looking forward to it, and you should too.
Absolutely. And want to go back and give a shout out to our guest that we had on the Shelter Insurance pregame show. We had Coach Lane Berry and Assistant Superintendent Robin Hickerson on. We always enjoy having them on. They've been on multiple times with us. We appreciate Miss Robin for everything that she's done for us and throughout the baseball season. Such a big supporter of game day, and so we appreciate her. Then our second session, we had Samantha Coleman, who is the current principal of Union Elementary School, but she's going to be the principal of that new school that we talked about, North Heights Community School, this next year. And then we also had the one and only head cheer coach for the Arkansas School District, Miss Megan Brown, on with us. And so we had some good guests on, which we always do, but another good pregame show of great guests.
This would have been a good game to have the cheerleaders out at. Big crowd.
Absolutely.
Got a little downtime here.
So we're gonna work on that and see if next year we can get some diamond dolls over here at the baseball games.
There's some balloons over there on the softball crowd. Looks like someone's celebrating their 21st birthday here tonight.
I think
that's a bad joke again.
Okay, make sure you go and rate Frank's jokes. Give that one a 0.5 on a scale of 10.
Obviously, it's the class of 21 seniors balloon there, but I was wondering what all the commotion was. They're over there taking shots.
Want to make sure that we let everyone know that we appreciate them for tuning in. We also want to make sure that Rocasa Organics, go and look them up on the internet. They've got a lot of stuff going on.
You're sending
and
them
so
to the
we
internet.
appreciate them very much for being sponsors of Texarkana Game Day. And Frank, I'm sorry I'm not listening to a single thing that you just said. I'm watching this live feed over here and what's going on the field, so I'm glad you and Cam are having a great time.
It's just nonsense as usual, but
we appreciate everyone for watching here in Texarkana and around the Texarkana area. If you're tuning in from another town, comment on there so we know who all is tuned in. And let us know where you're watching from. We appreciate you no matter where you're from for tuning in here on Texarkana Game Day Baseball. A great atmosphere here at Razorback Stadium, or Razorback Field, I guess I should say, as Graydon Martin, the catcher, comes in for the Razorbacks. He'll go from his catcher's position.
There's Ty Wade
out to
making
the
an
mound,
appearance at catcher.
and then Ty Wade will come in and catch. And so that's going to bring Wardlaw over to third, and that's going to put Jalen Betts out in right field. So Wardlaw comes to Wardlaw is in, yep, exactly. And so every position but 3 were changed. So Graydon Martin, second pitch in there for strike number 2. That's going to bring the count, no balls and 2 strikes to shortstop Peyton Ballard, as the Rams have already scored 2 runs and taken the lead here in the top of the 5th. But the Hogs are due up here in the bottom, and so the 0-2 pitch to Ballard. He swings on it, hits it off the cap of the bat, over foul. And so he'll see another pitch from Martin at the plate.
Take it all back. That ball's lined
This one's
going to
be into center field. It's
We're
going to
see
score.
that Bishop arm. Hold up.
Brennan Browning comes around and scores. The throw was there, but Wade could not make the play, and that's going to bring Brennan Browning in to score the 4th run for the Rams. Braylon Russell will slide into third base, and Peyton Ballard will stand up with a double.
Man, that was a good throw from center field.
It was a good throw. It did hit the ground just a little bit. Took a tough hop, and Wade, who's not their normal catcher, couldn't make that play there. But the Rams take a 4-2 lead here in the top of the 6th as Ethan Savella steps in, and it looks like someone's down there warming up for the Rams. Look like we're going to see a new pitcher for them this inning. It's another lefty. It may be Wyatt Gibson, who is a lefty.
And Ethan's 0 for 3 tonight, but his last at bat, he got pretty good wood on a ball to deep left field, and he fouls off the first pitch from Graydon Martin. Counts 0-1. Runners on second and third. Still only 1 out here.
Now, I do want to point this out. We've got Mark Tittle up after this. Ethan Savella will shoot it out. Braylon Russell will tag up. There won't be a throw home. Braylon Russell will score for the Rams. The throw will go to third base, and Peyton Ballard smartly will stay at second. So Ethan Savella gets an RBI there for the Rams. I want to give a shout out to Mark Tittle. He was in the stadium earlier, and now he's watching from the parking lot. But he's watching us live on Texarkana Game Day, so we appreciate him for tuning in. And so Andrew Cox steps into the plate, or up to the plate for the Rams. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th, but the Rams have scored 4 runs this inning, leaving our score at 5-2. The Rams leading over the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Sounds like they're really enforcing that no re-entry clause on the ticket there.
Went
out to grab a jacket, and they wouldn't let him back in.
Yeah, absolutely. So this one gets away from Wade, and Peyton Ballard will stop at third. He thought about coming home. So Peyton Ballard on the wild pitch will advance over to third. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th as the Rams have scored 4 runs this inning. 1 in the 5th, 4 here in the top of the 6th. They lead the Hogs right now 5-2 as Andrew Cox, the senior OBU commit, stands at the plate with a 2-0 count. Martin delivers the 2-0 pitch, a breaking ball, and it's a little outside. That's ball number 3. So Cox with a runner on third. His 3-0 pitch in the dirt. Cox will trot down to first base. That's going to bring up number 10, senior Will Ross. All-state quarterback, Will Ross. And so Coach Bott calling out numbers over here. Not sure if we're going to see a steal or what from Cox.
Stephanie Jackson's watching alongside someone named Erica from a rental car.
Where did you see that at? Is that the same one who our producer was texting over here earlier instead of paying attention? I'm just getting him deeper and deeper in trouble. Now you're going to have to slip us 10 to fix this.
That's right.
All right, so that ball evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike
Cam's
to Will
too
Ross.
Much fun to work tonight. This is a fun baseball. This atmosphere is just, I'm glad we came out here and did this tonight, Brian.
Yep, awesome atmosphere. If you're not here, you are missing it.
I was really, really worried the rain was going to catch us. Forced me to stay at home today. I'm glad it didn't.
So the throw over to first, not in time. Cox slides back in safely.
I've just got quite a few text messages in succession, so something tells me the Cowboys just did something.
Well, congratulations to them. Next pitch low for ball number 2. Going to bring the count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Apparently not.
With 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
All it says is I'm becoming a Dolphins fan, so apparently it wasn't something good.
Finally some Cowboy fans getting smart, but the Dolphins really not the place to go.
That's right.
Next fastball going to be high for ball number 3. Going to bring the count to 3 balls and 1 strike.
Are you going to head down to Razor Dogs this weekend?
You know what? I may go down there and see my buddy as soon as we're done here.
Oh, it's open now.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday nights, man. Go down and see our boy. This one going to be in the gap. Jackson Harris not going to be over to get it. Peyton Ballard will score. Andrew Cox over to second. And senior Will Ross with a nice RBI single through the gap. And the Rams have gotten hot here in the top of the sixth. That's going to bring up number 9, Chase Tittle.
The Rams have officially batted around here in the sixth. This is Chase's second at bat this inning. He led this little rally off with a walk in his first at bat this inning. So got a chance to be on base all 4 times tonight here.
And so time was called in the box. Tittle calls time. After our short break, we're back to action. Appreciate Jordan Bradley for tuning in over in Hope.
Hope.
If y'all got some watermelons over there, bring us a couple over. Great watermelons over in Hope, Arkansas. Not sure if they had the Hope Watermelon Festival this year or not.
I was going to ask.
Or if it hasn't come up yet. I think it's during the summertime.
Is that what they're known for? I wonder.
Absolutely.
If
yeah, that and Bill Clinton, but we're not going to get into that.
Had to cancel it last year because of COVID, I assume?
Yeah, absolutely. Next pitch going to be in there knee high for strike number 1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Chase Tittle with Graydon Martin on the mound for the Hogs. We appreciate Jordan Bradley tuning in over in Hope and all of our viewers for tuning in. Comment and let us know where you're at, and we'll give you a shout out. We appreciate you very much for tuning in to Texarkana Game Day.
Is that where that movie with Sandra Bullock was set in, Hope Floats? Do you know? I remember them having accents that resembled some I've heard around here.
2.7. 2.7 on that
I even tried to keep a straight face with that one.
Give you a 2.7. One day we're going to get viewers that'll rate you every time you give a joke.
Well, they haven't booed you off here yet, so I don't have a high bar to clear here.
I know that's right. So the 2-2 pitch in the dirt going to bring our count to full as Chase Tittle.
All jokes aside, you're too good at this, Bolt. I'm just over here twiddling my hands and thinking of crazy things to say to people.
Full of hot air is all it is.
I'm about to just take a mic and start talking to crowd members.
Payoff pitch to Tittle. He's going to be walked.
Tittle has walked 4 times tonight.
So now the Arkansas High pitching coach going to argue calls a little bit. The pitcher or the umpire actually pointed down like it was low. It was absolutely not down.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we're going to have, I'm not sure what's going on here.
He ran for him just a little while ago, and so now he has to re-enter him back in the game or else.
He ran this inning. I see. Yeah, I forgot they batted around.
Somebody ran for him, and so he has to re-enter him when he comes back up to bat.
That's only if you bat around that inning, or does that?
Well, I mean,
apply?
anytime, even if it's next inning.
He's got to let the umpire know he's coming back.
Right.
Gotcha.
Because when you run for someone other than the pitcher or the catcher, you're basically putting them in the ball game for that person. So you have to re-enter that person back in.
I see.
Or else the person that ran for him should be in the batter's box right now. So first pitch to Ethan Rogers, the 8-hole hitter who plays first base for the Rams, is in there for strike number 1. Second one going to be fouled over the backstop.
Graydon Martin is ahead
for strike number 2. See, here we go. And now our scoreboard is not being kept correctly. See, I told you, it's a pet peeve of mine. It was going to happen sooner or later.
Well, Ethan Rogers has a chance to blow this game wide open for Lakeside here.
No balls and 2 strikes to Rogers with a runner on first and third, but there are 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch to the plate. Gets away from the catcher. Cox will come home, and he scores the 7th run of the inning for the Rams. Want to give a big shout out to Josh Hermosillo, who is watching from the Spa City, Hot Springs. Give a big shout out to him. I appreciate him. Josh is a buddy of mine. He's a great guy. His son plays over here for the Rams. So the Rams dugout getting a little hyped up over there as they've got a runner on first and second. The 1-2 pitch back up the middle. The play will not be made, and he's going to be called safe at second. Will Ross will advance to third. Chase Tittle slides in safely at second, and Ethan Rogers will be safe at first. I believe that will go down as an error. The runner at second should have been out, but the flip not exactly on target, and so all runners safe. 2 outs, and that's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Brock Prince.
And Brock singled to right field and scored a run earlier this half inning.
First pitch to him, going to be in there for strike number 1. Man, we may have to, this has been such a long half of the inning, we may have to go to a commercial after half an inning. Lord have mercy. So 6 runs scored by the Rams here in the top of the 6th. The next pitch going to be a little high. He's been giving that one all game, but not right now. Going to even the count up to 1 ball and 1 strike to Brock Prince. This breaking ball in the dirt gets under Wade. Another run will score. Senior quarterback Will Ross will slide into home plate for the 7th run of the inning for the Rams, and they take an 8-2 lead over the Hogs. It was such a close game until the top of this inning, and it could go the same way here in the bottom.
Yeah,
but they have taken a demanding lead over the Hogs here in just a few minutes. This thing broke open.
Is it just me, or is that a dangerous place for the pitching coach to be posted up this half inning?
Yeah, absolutely. But he won't. Now this one gets away from Wade. He doesn't know where it is, and Chase Tittle will come in to score. Chase Tittle missed the plate. He goes back and touches it because the umpire was watching very closely. Coach Barry's seen enough. He's got his catcher on the mound, and a couple balls getting underneath Wade. And, you know, Wade not being their normal catcher, he's going to have to go back with Martin at the plate, or else this thing is going to get out of hand. So Martin, Wardlaw will come over from third. Looks like Wade will go over to third, and Martin will head back behind the plate. And so I tell you what, we're going to go to a short commercial break, give everyone a little bit of a break here, but the Rams lead 9-2 over the Hogs. We're having a pitching change. Ryan Wardlaw coming to the mound for the Razorbacks. We'll be back in just a minute here on Texarkana Game Day.
All right, we're back with you after that short break from the Orr Auto Group. Again, if you're in search of or needing a new vehicle, reach out to those guys via the web or phone call, or just head down there. Got a lot full of nice vehicles. And Brian, who'd you say is going to come in and pitch? It's going to be...
That's Ryan Wardlaw. He's been out in left field. He's been at third base, and now he's coming in to pitch.
I saw him warming up a little bit. He looks like he's got a little two-seam action on the fastball from the right side. It's going to bring up that Brock Prince was at the plate with a 3-1 count when the pitching change was made. So that strike's going to make it 3-2 with 2 outs here. Runner on third base.
Payoff pitch from Wardlaw, swung on and popped up to shortstop Jackson Harris. This should be the end of the inning, and it will be. Jackson Harris will make the third out, but not after the Rams score 8 here in the top of the 6th. Everyone is hyped up here at Razorback Field on both sides, the players and the fans. The only people that are not hyped up here is Cam and the umpires. And so, man, what an electric atmosphere here at a high school baseball game, and this is what it's all about. And
yes, it is. This has been a really, really, really fun ball game to just watch.
Absolutely, and so the Rams take a demanding lead. They're scoring 8. Everything that could go wrong for the Razorbacks did that inning. And so Brady Arnold comes back out for the Rams. We did see someone warming up in the bullpen just a little while ago for the Rams, but looks like he's going to stick with Brady Arnold, and why not?
No, got a 7-run lead. Come in here and throw some strikes, and just need 6 more outs.
Absolutely.
The way he's pitching, it's not too much of an ask to get 6 outs before you give up 7 runs.
Hey, want to give a shout out to Amigo Juan. I know Mr. Jose, who has Jose's up in Hot Springs, a great Mexican eatery there.
Oh.
He's actually got 2 locations. And, man, what a great guy. His son plays for the Rams on the baseball team. And so, but his and so their family owns Amigo Juan down here. And so I think there's one here, maybe one over in Hope. And so big shout out to them and their family, and what a good family they are. Really, really enjoy them. So,
all righty, so it's going to start with Jackson Harris. See if he can't get on base here and get a little rally started. Jackson singled into center field his first time up, laid down a nice sac bunt his second time up, and here we go for his third at bat as the first pitch misses low.
First fastball low and outside for ball number 1. Jackson Harris, a big kid. If he gets a hold of one, it's going to go pretty far. We've seen him hit a few home runs and a grand slam, and there it is. He hits it deep all the way to the wall, and it's caught.
What a grab
By Brennan Browning, the freshman, out in center field. He ran a long way and caught that one.
That was a nice play.
And so there's not been a call yet if he was going to be out or not.
Wait, what?
There's not been a call, and so Harris is staying on second base.
These fans are going to explode.
They are if they say they both weren't watching it. The catch was made. We could see it from here, but now they're saying, well, you were supposed to be watching. You were supposed to be watching. Actually, the home plate umpire was supposed to be watching.
There we go.
And so
that would have been a shame.
Yeah, the home plate umpire is supposed to make the call, at least on routines. Now, on something like that, the field umpire should have been making his way across the field, and he would have had the best advantage point. But pop-ups, the field umpire is supposed to go get in position, and the home plate umpire is supposed to watch for the just normal pop-ups, normal fly balls. So Coach Berry wants an explanation of why the call was not made immediately, and he gets what he needs, I guess. Coach Bach was not happy with that one, but works out for the Rams, which it was the right call finally made. And so that's going to bring up number 20, Darby Sawyer, to the plate. First fastball from Arnold, high for ball number 1. That'll be the first out here of the bottom of the 6th inning. Got somebody watching from New York, so we appreciate them. Watching all the way from New York. So it looks like we've got quite a few people watching from Hot Springs, Texarkana, all around. Got some people from Hope, people from New York, people from California. Man, Texarkana Game Day just everywhere. We appreciate you for watching. Make sure we give a shout-out to Lanyap Specialty Meats over on Jefferson Avenue, right next door to my office. Bobby Duhan, the owner over there, man, they've got great stuff. I can't even go through everything that they've got, but they've got meat and vegetables and casserole. I mean, just all kinds of stuff, and they do a fantastic plate lunch as well. And so go by and see him and get a plate lunch if you're here locally. I know he's got a website and a Facebook page as well where you can get on there and find out some more information. But go over and see him at Lanyap Specialty Meats over on Jefferson Avenue. Looks like Coach Bach's going to come out and make a pitching change. It is going to be the lefty Wyatt Gibson going to trot to the mound. Going to bring in another lefty, and what a great job by Brady Arnold. His team giving him big props as he comes in. And what a great job by a freshman, and then going to follow it with another freshman. That's tough to do. Absolutely tough to do. So Wyatt Gibson will come to the mound for the Rams. We're going to stay with you right now. We'll take a break after this inning if we ever get to it. We do have one out.
Well, we've been here a while, Brian. It's a shame you sold your wife's car. I'd ask her to bring us some dinner over here.
Well, she can walk it over. We're less than a quarter of a mile, but she's waiting on me to get done so I can take her to dinner.
I see. Going to handle Lagniaps?
Well, they close at 6, so no. Just an update. I know no one cares except if you're watching for these Razorbacks or the Rams, but everyone here in Arkansas, the number one team in the nation, has not won a series in, I believe, 7 years? Something like that. There's 7 trips or something like that down in Baton Rouge at LSU. And they are the number one team in the nation. But in the bottom of the 5th, they are tied with LSU 0-0. No one scored so far. So just an update on the Razorbacks of Fayetteville.
I'm going to hop on Twitter and get some NFL draft
information. I got you.
Here.
If this bottom half lasts as long as the top half, you can go through every draft pick that has been selected so far.
Yeah. That works, or I could just get in my truck and go home. That's an option.
Now, you were just talking about how good of a time you were having.
I'm joking. I've got a rather long commute this evening.
Yeah. While we've got a few seconds, make sure you go and download the Texarkana Game Day app. We've got a new app. It's got tons of info. You could check up on all your Texarkana area teams, or right now the Texarkana teams, and so I don't know how much that will expand or if it will. It's way above my pay grade, which is 0. And so, but yeah, go and download it. It's free for anybody. It's got a lot of stuff, neat stuff on there. So go download it and then watch it. So here, with the first pitch seen by Luke Paxton, he drives it out to left field. And for the second out of the inning, Andrew Cox will make the catch on the line drive, and that's going to bring Jalen Betts, who was put into right field this past inning. He will step into the plate wearing number 5. Wyatt Gibson, 1 pitch, 1 out. Great job by him. So there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. A runner stands on first base, and Jalen Betts steps in to the box. First pitch from Gibson, right in there for strike number 1. The lefty, Gibson, the 0-1 pitch to the plate. Little outside for ball number 1. Going to even up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike to Betts. The 1-1 pitch in there, low for ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Wyatt Gibson on the mound. He delivers. This one going to be hit to the shortstop, Ballard. Ballard slides across the diamond, and it's going to go all the way to the fence. Darby Sawyer will walk into third base, and Betts will be on second. So we've got time while Betts brings his protector over to Coach Wade. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Rams lead the Arkansas Razorbacks with a score of 9-2. But the Rams got something cooking here with a runner on second and third. And Danny McWilliams up to bat for the Hogs. This one going to be lifted out to center field. Both runs will come in, but the catch will be made. And so the Rams hold off the Razorbacks here in the bottom of the 6th inning. After 6, the Razorbacks 2, the Rams 9. We'll be back for the last inning of action here on Texarkana Game Day.
Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, handcrafted stone is our passion, and we ensure our customers receive the quality they deserve. We stand by our word, we stand by our products, services, and work that we do. Our team of experienced craftsmen and product experts have been perfecting their craft of fabricating and installing stone since 1998. Visit the Design Center at Red River Lumber to see the many beautiful stone options available for your next project.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Texarkana Game Day Baseball. We're here for the 7th inning of some exciting high school baseball. The Rams did take a big lead in the 6th inning, but man, it was a close game, Frank. And so up until the 6th, and we thought this was going to come down to the wire. It's been an exciting game, but the Rams broke loose in the top of the 6th and scored 8.
Yeah, the floodgates kind of came open there on them a little bit.
The Hogs were not able to answer in the bottom of the 6th, and so each team's got 3 more outs to make something happen here, unless for some reason we're tied after this inning. Ryan Wardlaw is on the mound for the Hogs. Leadoff hitter Brennan Browning will come to the plate for the Rams. So Cindy Jacobson said that she is watching from Pittsburgh, Texas, and that her kiddo made the drive up to Texarkana to watch their cousin Chase Tittle play. Well, Cindy, we appreciate you for tuning in.
Chase is having himself a night.
Absolutely.
Been on base all 4 times.
Chase has a lot of nights. And so he does a great job. But like I said, he is one of those freshmen that are on there that tons and tons of them on the Lakeside team. So Brennan Browning at the plate for the Rams. First pitch he sees, he fouls it over the backstop for strike number 1. Second pitch to him, a breaking ball. He swings and misses. Nice pitch from Wardlaw for strike number 2. So no balls, 2 strikes to Brennan Browning. Here's another breaking ball. You can see the spin from here, and strike number 3. So down on strikes is Browning, the leadoff hitter for the team, the 2-hole hitter. Coming up to bat, Brady Arnold, who started that rally last time for the Rams. He takes one at the knees for strike number 1. A little low for ball number one. Evens the count up 1 ball and 1 strike for the starting pitcher for the Rams, Brady Arnold. Here's one to him. He swings and misses. Strike number 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Curveball, not going to find the strike zone. Evens the count up 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brady Arnold. Wardlaw, his 2-2 pitch fouled to the backstop. Two balls and 2 strikes to Brady Arnold here in the top of the 7th inning. This breaking ball, he checks his swing and dribbles it to the second baseman, and it's going to be over in time.
Pretty good
That's
play
going to be
there.
number 1, and I don't have a number for him. Mason McDowell in at second base for the Razorbacks makes the second out of the inning for the Hogs. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning, that's going to bring up Peyton Ballard, the shortstop for the Rams. First pitch to him is low and in the dirt for ball number 1. Second pitch in there for strike number 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Ballard, who's the SAU commit. This one going to be lined to the second baseman, who makes the catch, and they're going to be out of the inning. And so the Razorbacks have the bottom half of the 7th inning to make a comeback. They're down right now 9-2 to the Lakeside Rams. Big conference matchup tonight between the Hogs and the Rams. Frank, the Hogs are down to their last 3 outs. What do you think?
I think it's going to be tough to score 7 runs here in the bottom of the 7th, but I'm here for it if they do. I haven't seen a 7-run comeback in a while at any level. It's exciting stuff. It's tough to do, but you know, if there's a lineup I've seen this year capable of it, it's this one. It's deep. There's no easy outs. So wouldn't surprise me if somehow they found a way to get the tying run to the plate or on deck circle at a minimum.
Absolutely.
But we'll see. Got the freshman still on the mound? It is not.
Looks like Aiden Smith is in for the Razorbacks. He will lead off this inning for the Hogs.
And is this the 9-hole in the lineup, Ryan Wardlaw's spot?
No, Wardlaw, I believe I saw Wardlaw still getting ready to come hit. I'm not sure where he's going to be put at. Thought you were keeping up with that.
Yeah, I've got Danny McWilliams the last out of the last inning.
I got you. Well, maybe he is.
Number 8, Aiden Smith.
So Aiden Smith going to step into the box for the Razorbacks.
We'll know more if Graydon Martin steps out on deck. We'll know we're on the right track. I see Braylon Bishop.
I believe you're right.
Okay.
So Aiden Smith in for the Razorbacks. They need 7 runs if we're going to keep this game alive. Wyatt Gibson on the mound for the Rams. First pitch in there for strike number 1.
That's right. Aiden Smith's task here is get on base any way possible. You're down to your last 3 outs.
Second pitch, going to be a little high, called ball number 1. This one going to be popped out into shallow left field. Cox is under it. Should be an easy out, and it is. Andrew Cox under it for out number 1. I want to make sure again we express our gratitude to Express Employment
Number 6,
Professional
Braden Martin.
over at Express Employment Professionals and Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital for being such great sponsors of Texarkana Game Day.
You're only allowed 2 of those a game, Brian.
Oh, well, I only did it once today. That was Tuesday that I did the other one.
Your pun game is off tonight. Almost as bad as your golf game today was.
I hear you.
Browning Homes.
Yeah, make sure we give a big shout out to Browning Homes as well, one of our sponsors here at Texarkana Game Day. We appreciate you so much. If you're tuning in, all of these sponsors, make sure you go visit their website or Facebook pages. We need to help them out all that we can. They're helping out your local high school athletes all around the area. Make sure you go and support the businesses that support your local schools. So 1 ball and 1 strike here to Graydon Martin. This one going to be popped straight up and over us onto the concession stand for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. The Razorbacks down to their last 2 outs to get something going. Here's a pitch, and it's going to be fouled into foul territory down the third base line by Martin. Count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. We appreciate Dr. Pepper and State Bank for being sponsors of Texarkana Game Day. Also, Rocasa Organics. Go visit these folks online or on Facebook. Rocasa Organics. If you're a lady out there, more than likely you're going to absolutely love that place. Maybe even some fellas. I don't know. Not my kind of place, but my wife loves it. I know that. So appreciate State Bank and all of our buddies over there as well. Graydon Martin pops up into shallow right field. The second baseman, Brock Prince, steps back and makes the second out of the inning. And so the Razorbacks down to their last out, trailing by 7 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. The Rams from Lakeside over in Hot Springs lead 9-2 over your Hogs. And so
this is Braylon's last chance to show us something tonight. He's tripled, he's singled, he's driven in both of the Razorback runs tonight. And on the mound, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Ks and 4 1/3 innings pitched. So maybe it was 5 1/3, I'm not sure. Actually, way more than that. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Ks in 4 innings or 5 innings pitched. Either way.
First pitch to Bishop, going to be a little high.
He was pretty good on the mound. Didn't allow a whole lot of contact. Kept his team in the ball game.
Ball number 1.
I'd like to see him lace one over into those trees in right field here.
This one going to fall across the strike zone for strike number 1.
Good pitch there. Braylon thought it may have been a little low.
Yeah, I thought the pitch before that looked better, but nonetheless, evens the count up. 1 ball and 1 strike for Braylon Bishop with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
I don't think I'd throw that curveball in the zone here.
That one swung on and missed. A big swing and a miss by Braylon Bishop.
Here we go.
Not only are the Razorbacks down to their last out, they're down to their last strike with arguably their best player at the plate, Wyatt Gibson, the freshman. Bishop checks his swing and fouls one to the net. He hangs in there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. If he strikes Braylon Bishop out here, the Lakeside fans will go crazy. If Braylon Bishop lines one into the outfield, the Razorback fans will go crazy. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and to the shortstop across the diamond, and he's going to be called safe at first base.
And the Razorbacks are still alive. Ty Wade is going to step up to the plate. The young Arkansas commit. He said that was his dream school, so he didn't have to wait around to see what other offers came in.
Absolutely. When you're number 1 in the nation almost every year, when you're in the top 5 in the nation every year for the
That's
last
right.
20 years.
And all the
Doesn't
jerseys
take-
you've worn the last 40 years, when you get there, you can still wear them.
That's right. So here's the first pitch to him, going to be high for ball number 1. Braylon Bishop stands over at first.
So who had that logo first?
I don't know. I'm sure the
curious.
high school did if they're getting to use it.
You think so? I have no idea.
I'm sure they
Cam
did.
says yeah.
I believe they did because at one time the University of Arkansas was the Cardinals. Way back. So
I didn't know that. I did
not
know
sure how it all came about. I probably should know, but I don't.
It's okay.
So 1-1 pitch to Wade, going to be driven
Hit
deep,
pretty well.
deep,
He
and
flipped
it's
his-
going to bounce off the wall. And if Braylon Bishop would have been running hard, he would have scored, but he was kind of trotting around second base.
They both were. They both thought it was gone.
And so
Ty ends up on first base.
when you're down by 7 runs, you got to be running.
Technically, those runs don't mean a whole lot here, Brian.
They mean more than 0.
That's right.
So,
but Ty Wade's on first base with a long single off the left field wall.
Can't score 7 without 2.
That's right. He hit the heck out of that, though.
Yeah,
didn't
he did.
He thought it was gone. He did a little bat flip, and I did too. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was sailing right over that left field wall. But either way, that's gonna bring up Jackson Harris.
Jackson Harris
Who
could
we
put
know
one
can
out
put one
here
out
and
here,
get
that's
them 3
right.
back.
Make it a 9-5 game. Got a tough hill to climb here.
Absolutely.
But they've got the talent to do it.
So Braylon Bishop stands on third. They put a runner in over here for Wade.
They did.
Okay, so I'm not sure the number. These uniforms we're wearing today doesn't have a number on the front, just on the back. And so a runner on first, Jackson Harris at the plate. And this one hits him in the foot. He's going to first base. Base is loaded here for the Razorbacks as number 20, Darby Sawyer, steps up to the plate for the Hogs. So a big chance for the Hogs here with bases loaded, but they do have 2 outs. They're down by 7. They need something to happen here. Darby Sawyer at the plate. First pitch to him, knee high for strike number 1. Second pitch to him, a little high for ball number 1. Going to even the count up, 1 ball and 1 strike. And Braylon Bishop is caught going home, and he's going to run him back. And he's going to be out for the last out of the ball game. Braylon Bishop gets caught in a rundown, and that is going to be your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. The Lakeside Rams have defeated the Arkansas High Razorbacks of a score of 9-2. And so a good job, a good effort by the Arkansas Razorbacks today. What a great game between 2 ball clubs. And the Lakeside Rams just broke it open in the 6th. But a great game by both. We're not going to stay here long with you. We're going to be out of here. It's Friday night. I'm hungry. Frank's got a long drive and don't know what Cam's going to do. But we appreciate you for tuning in. Again, we appreciate all of our sponsors for making this happen. It takes a lot of people, and it takes sponsors to put on a show and for your local high school athletes all around the area. So we make sure that they know how much we appreciate them. Also, you've heard us say it a million times. Go over and download the Texarkana Game Day the app. And it's free to download, and it's really, really cool. So go over and download that. Well, for Brian Bolton, Frank Sides, we don't have much left here for you, except we're going to get off the air and go spend a little time with our family for the weekend. But stay up on your news, on the app, and on the Facebook page of where we'll be next for local high school athletes.